All righty, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Longview Lobo football. Chuck, Zach, and Frank Sides, and the great one, Keaton Daniels, with us as we get ready for a 10-6A showdown between your Longview Lobos and the owners of that big yellow jackrabbit head on the other side of the field, the Forney Jackrabbits. This is a game that we've been keeping an eye on for a while because there's a lot of star power that's going to be on the field here at Lobo Stadium tonight.
Yes, finally glad to be back at home. We've been gone for way too long. It's been a month, but it's no place better than Lobo Stadium. Glad to see people decked out in pink as well as I am right now. Man, just glad to just have some home cooking and just feel good to be back under these bright lights.
Well, it's been a long time. Last year we got the 3-game homestand with the bye week in the middle. This week we flipped the schedule around, or this year we flipped the schedule around, and we got the four weeks in a row of not being here, and it seems like it's been longer than that. A lot's gone on since the last time we were here. That was the game against Marshall. That was Oscar Wilson's debut on the sideline. Since then, John King in the pregame show, you see him back with the team. Probably will be up in the booth tonight, but he's still getting credit for the win or loss, depending on how the results go at the end of the game. But had a couple of losses to Sauk and to Ruston. Had the bye, got back on the horse, beat Rockwall last week to start off district with a 1-0 record, and now back home for a chance to make a run, hopefully, toward another district title.
Feels like deja vu all over again. Same story that we had last year. Last year we went on once we started district, had a 10-game winning streak. Yep. After that. We're looking to repeat the same thing, and it's not just go a little bit further than we did. And we all know what that is. We go further, one more step, we're a state championship, and let's go there for sure.
Yeah, I'd like a 12-game winning streak. If you're taking orders,
absolutely.
Let's do a 12.
Let's definitely do 12.
All right, the Lobos come in with a 3-2 record. They're 1-0 in district play. Forney is 4-2 overall. The Jackrabbits come in with a 1-1 record in district. They last week kind of beat up around on Royce City. I say that. They won 41-26 or 40-26. It was a Javian Osborne display. He goes for 307 last week, couple of touchdowns, and he really is the Boosie of this team. As he goes, this team goes this year.
Yeah, he is. He's somebody that's been on varsity his freshman year, since he was a freshman. Coach King talked about it in pregame. He took a 90-something yard, touchdown to the house. He's a kid that's committed to go play football at Notre Dame. And one thing that I've noticed just watching him on film, he's a little bit bigger this year too as well. But that has not stopped his speed. He's been dynamic. He's been part of the success that this Forney Yellow Jackets has been able to have this year.
And speaking of Boosie, he was our guest on the pregame show. So when you get a chance, go back and watch that. He had some insightful things to say. Just happy to be back and feeling this kind of brotherhood and home cooking again.
Man, love seeing Boosie here back in the place. He looks good. He looks great. He looks bigger. And if you hear that sound, you know here comes the Lobos as they're getting ready to trot out on the field under the nice LED lights. Out there repping the new uniforms, the Patrick Mahomes theme unis, that we are one of 3 schools to be able to represent this great state of Texas. It's a moment that we don't take lightly, being able to wear those, so we're truly thankful.
And it's a good news, bad news. Mm-hmm. They're not broken in yet.
Not broken in at all.
The players are a little uncomfortable in them. They were all kind of fussing and moaning about, got to stretch these out a little bit, can't get our arms up.
I told him.
It's just the way new uniforms are sometimes.
I told him as soon as you start sweating, those jerseys are going to start be able to stretch out a little bit more. Yeah. You'll be able to move around with them, but good luck trying to take them off too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, once you're in them, good luck.
Yeah, good luck trying to take them off. You're going to definitely need help.
They got a little different look. You can see the little striping on the shoulder pads.
Looking like the Bengals.
Yeah, a little like that's right. That's right. Lobo Bengal, I guess.
Yeah, there we go.
But you can also see, as we're looking at the players down on the field, there's a lot of pink highlight stuff going on. Socks and towels and we are certainly doing the Breast Cancer Awareness Month this month in October, and so we bring out a lot of that. The cheerleaders have it, the dance squad has a pink pom-pom as well.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be the highlighted color tonight. If you're watching going, what the heck's going on? Well, that's what's going on.
Absolutely. Our Lady Lobos, the volleyball team, they rock pink jerseys. They got pink themes going on too, so just love everything that everybody's doing to get on one accord to be able to represent breast cancer awareness.
All right, we talked for a minute about the Jackrabbits and their win last week. For the Lobos, they got a 35-21 district opener on the road at Rockwall. We weren't really sure about Rockwall coming into that game. Jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Could have been 21-0. We gave a turnover back to them that stopped the momentum a little bit. And from that point on, it was pretty much just you score, we score, and they end up a 35-21 win for the Lobos. Wasn't as clean necessarily as you'd want, and I think John King and Oscar Wilson, John Barry would all agree that we could have done a little better in some areas, but we had a coming out party for Jaden Herndon, if nothing else, last week.
Absolutely. He had well over 4 catches, well over 40 plus yards. It was definitely good to see him get going. When you get your receiver going like that, it opens up the whole offense, and it's contagious. When one player make a play, it's just a recipe for everybody else to go out there and do their thing. So it was promising, the style and the way we played. We just need to continue to keep adding on and doing better for ourselves so that we'll be able to come out victorious tonight. Like Coach Wilson says, it's Friday. You did all your work throughout the week. Today is payday. Let's go out there and get paid.
Well, and we moved the ball around 46 times on the ground between the 4 leading ground gainers.
Yes, sir.
And not to be lost in it, he didn't have a breakaway anything, but Mason had 21 carries and 94 yards last week. And I think finally, as we move our way to week 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we're starting to get the identity of Mason's going to be the workhorse. Maybe not necessarily the breakaway back, but he's going to be the guy that's going to get 3, 4, 5, 6-yard carries and keep moving the chains. And combining him with Jacaden Davis's home run ability from anywhere on the field makes this a really dynamic team to worry not about one guy like we had a number 20 last year,
yes,
but 3 or 4 different guys out there.
You hit the nail on the head when one is just constantly just pounding and pounding and pounding, and you got bigger forces or other dynamic forces. It's a recipe for disaster for the other team because you really don't know. You can't pick your poison on who you're going to be able to stop, so got to love that.
All right, the pregame activity going on. We are probably in the neighborhood of about 5.5 minutes away from starting this one off tonight. Elsewhere tonight, we've got Rockwall Heath and North Forney. Very intriguing game. Everyone keeps pointing toward North Forney and Longview as maybe the game that's going to decide district, but Rockwall Heath's still sitting in there, and I think they're going to have something to say about this before it's over.
Yeah, got their hands full tonight with North Forney. That's going to be a great matchup, a good test for that Rockwall Heath team to be able to solidify themselves if they want to be able to continue to keep going forward in the district and to be able to go play past district. They're a good team in my opinion, so I'm excited to see how that game goes tonight.
And we got the other one, which is probably an elimination game, with Legacy taking on Royce City. We're going to be in Tyler next week for that game. Would love to have Tyler out of the conversation and worry about basketball and not trying to keep a playoff berth still alive.
Absolutely. We'll definitely love that.
All right, so that's what we've got going on as we are coming at you at the pregame. Jeff Fleener's the head coach at Forney. He's been the head coach since 2021. This is going to be year, 5 for him. Overall, his best season was 2023. The year they went 13-2 and made it all the way to the state semifinals. They're 5-6 last year, got bumped in the first round of the playoffs. They've lost in the first round every year except 23. He's trying to get him back there for 5 consecutive times. And, of course, he's going up against a John King-led team that playoffs are the norm. If you're going to play football Longview, you better expect you're going to be in the playoffs. 5-year run is not what we talk about.
Absolutely. We're talking about the whole longevity of it, and we definitely look forward to it.
To help remove the hate that is permeating our country and replace it with love for our fellow man and to heal the harm that the hatred has done.
A little on the field pregame prayer going on. Forney comes into this 7 returners on offense from a year ago, 5 on defense, and they've got some D1 talent. You mentioned Javion Osborne, who's going to Notre Dame. They also have wide receiver. It's a Texas Tech commit, who we saw some last year as well, Amari Jahel, who's a big-time talent at wide receiver, and they team him up with another guy, Preston Jackson, who also had not only an impressive year last year, but he's got that 10.9 speed in the 100. They've got a quarterback in Nelson Peterson Jr., who threw for 2,226 touchdowns a year ago, ran for another 730 yards and 7 scores. And again, they've got skill position guys you're going to have to worry about controlling tonight if you're going to be the Longview Lobo defense.
Yeah, definitely athletes across the field. Tough group of bunch. If you don't keep them in front of you, they will reel out some touchdowns on you very quickly, as they did last year to start the game.
Right.
So as a team, they definitely capable of making some noise. You just have to be able to withstand what they're doing and just continue to keep playing your game to be able to come out victorious.
And give you those 4 headliners numbers. Peterson's completed 57% of his passes for 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns, 3 picks. He's run for almost 400 yards and 3 more touchdowns. Osborne's at 993 on the year, 109 carries, so he's averaging about 9.1 yards a carry. He's got 12 touchdowns. Jahel's got 21 catches for 352. Jackson's got 19 for 350. So he's the longer ball threat than Jahel is. But those 4 guys, that quarterback, those 2 receivers, and that tailback, everybody can take the ball the distance when they're on the field.
Before we kick everything off tonight, I just want to say a quick announcement. Rest in peace to a fallen Lobo teammate of mine, a brother of mine, Rashad Williams. Just want to let you know the family, we're thinking about you, gone too soon. We're gonna miss you, brother. And again, rest in peace, Rashad Williams.
We keep getting reminded over and over again about things a little bigger than football.
Man, it's tough, man.
If you don't remember it, it keeps hitting you back in the face again.
Man, it does.
All right, Lobos bringing their 4 captains. We're into the 50s and 60s for the captains this week. So for Longview, we're going to have Demarion Pickron, number 54, Beckett Cox, 55, Jaden Woolridge, number 59, and Jacorian Howard, number 60, who are representing the Lobos, the rest of their team, on the 4 captain spots. As we eyeball the coin toss, and looks like the Jackrabbits doing a little different thing here. Normally you want to defer and take the ball in the second half, but Forney won the toss and said we want the football. So the Lobos are going to start on defense tonight, and Forney's going to try to get off the ground early, get a score in early, and see if they can't take the pace of this game away from Longview. It's a gutsy move, but you tend to want your best unit out there, the most chances you can get. And for the folks at Forney, their offense is definitely their best unit.
Yep, and this is kind of carbon copy of how they started the game off last year. They got a big, long touchdown pass that was off of, I believe, an offsides penalty. Went down the field and scored on us very quickly, and then we returned the favor and did the same thing as well. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Man, sit back and enjoy yourself. If you're not here in the building, shame on yourself, but if you're not, enjoy yourself, have fun, and listen to us cut up a little bit tonight.
Just perusing the sideline from up here, we can now confirm that Coach King will be in the box tonight. Not coaching from the sidelines just yet. don't see him down there. But we're at home, so he knows how to get down there quickly if he needs to.
And he's close to returning on that sideline.
Gustavo DeLuca getting ready to kick off. The opening kick will go all the way down to about the 2-yard line, brought out there by Amari Jahel, and Jahel across the 35-40, and we'll go down to the 45-yard line. Outstanding kick return, and that's where Forney's going to start.
And it's going to actually coming back. I saw Tug get held big time.
Tackled, didn't he?
Yeah, he got tackled, and so they're going to negate. That's going to negate a big gain, and that is definitely coming back.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. So instead of starting at the 45, that flag's down at the 21-yard line. They're going to mark him down inside the 15, and they'll put that ball down at about the 11. So that is a massive 35-yard penalty to start things for Forney.
That young man showed some burst there.
He did. He's showing you. He's showing you why he's a coveted athlete. He's going to have a chance to go play at the next level.
So first down at the 11. We'll set up the Lobo defense for you in a second. Nelson Peterson, the quarterback. And on first down, they're going to go to the ground. Osborne right up the middle, and the Lobo defense swarming on the tailback for no gain. It'll be second down and 10. And this is the defense. Tyson Johnson and Daryl Dolly are the defensive ends. Kristen Williams, the defensive nose tackle. The linebackers, Bradley Williams, Jaden Woolridge on the outside. Jersey Hampton Williams and Lawson Tubb on the inside. DeCaden Carter and Josiah Hill are the corners, and Hobart Nelson, TJ Jackson are the safeties on second down, and we'll call it 9. To pass for the first time, Peterson with a catch and a missed tackle, and across the 30 down to the 37-yard line, and that is Preston Jackson who picks up the first down.
It's one of the things that you definitely want to see from this defense is being able to secure your tackles, especially in the open field. If you miss a tackle in the open field, you're going to give up first downs tonight. And as you see right there, you miss one tackle, he's able to break away for about almost another 20 yards after contact there. And here they go moving fast.
And they are going fast. Peterson back to pass again. That one looked like it may have been deflected. TJ Jackson was a defender in the area, and if he got a hand on it, he saved probably a touchdown.
Yeah, he's jumping around. He definitely wishes he had that back. It was a good job there by TJ Jackson being able to see that it wasn't a run, fall back into his zone, able to get his hands on it to negate a catch. But he definitely wishes he could have had an interception instead.
So second down and 10, 37-yard line. Peterson, the handoff to Osborne, looking for a little space. He makes himself some room and gets some more, and will be very close to a first down at about the 48-yard line.
Again, another missed tackle there, gets the running back good yards after contacts, gets him, actually they're calling it a first down, gives him another first down. So 2 missed tackles tonight, it gives up 2 first downs on the opening drive tonight.
And that's just something you're going to have to live with at some point tonight. You know, you got a Division I top-tier running back. He's going to make some guys miss.
And he has a great jump step to his right.
Yes, sir.
If you watch him, he avoids by jump stepping right. This time he's trying to cut and makes a nice little slippery move across the 50 down to about the 48-yard line for a gain of 4 more.
Yeah, he's a good-looking back. He's, you know, I'm going to call it he's our Boosie of this district. As you said, he's almost at 1,000 yards rushing already this season. He's a kid that's, you know, obviously he's going to Notre Dame for a reason.
So gain of 4, second down and 6, ball across the 50. Forney on the opening possession of this game. Peterson back to pass again, middle of the field. Again, Jahel breaks 2 tackles, still going at the 20, and Carter's going to finally escort him out of bounds at the 13.
Excellent job there, just from the Forney team, being able to find a window, get into one of your best players. He gets it all the way down, and they're just marching it down. They get the ball inside of the red zone, or in the red zone at the 12, 13-yard line now.
Well, and the early take on things is they like slants middle of the field.
Yeah, just taking advantage of the zone defense that we're playing. You give a little RPO look there, and you see your linebackers crashing down. That opens up that window.
And off Osborne, hit in the backfield, stopped for a loss of 2. As Jersey Hampton Williams on the tackle, it'll be second down and 12.
Excellent job there by your senior Mike linebacker, flowing in, being able to let his presence being filled for a tackle for loss there, brings up a second and long.
Williams with 10 tackles a game. He's second on the team behind Lawson Tubb, who's averaging about 13 tackles a game.
Shout out to the D linemen, letting them make plays.
Second down, high snap, handoff, Osborne. No, Peterson keeps it. Decoys a couple of Lobos and just buries his head forward down to about the 6-yard line, where it's going to bring up third down. They'll say his knee went down around the 8.
Here comes your big money down here. You got about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 down here. You know, you probably, depending on how many yards you give them, maybe in 4-down territory. This is an opportunity to be able to come away with a big stop, especially after giving up a long yardage on this drive.
Drive started back on the 11. Handoff, Osborne got a little space, a cut inside the 5, but it's going to be very close to a first down. Looks like he made the 4. He needs the 3 to get the first down.
Yeah, I see referee signal a long yard, 4th and 1. You know they're definitely trying to run, or they're definitely going to go for it right here. We're trying to substitute, get some players off the field. I haven't seen Forney substitute, but the referee is standing in front of the ball, not letting them check that out.
Lobos got some beef out on the field on this, what looks like 4th down in about a yard. They still stay in their spread, though.
He moved.
They'll flip a tight end from one side to the other. It's going to be a handoff. No, Peterson again, right up the middle. He's very close to the sticks, and it looks like he crossed the 3-yard line.
It's kind of hard seeing it. Yeah, but it looked like they may have given it to him.
Yeah, I thought I saw the tight end jump there.
Yep, he just signaled first down, so first and goal from inside the 5-yard line.
I'm not an old school football guy by any means, but man, I hate forcing one from the shotgun.
And the Lobos having to hurry to get guys off the field again, and they just do.
Here comes trips to the boundary.
This time it is Osborne, and Osborne just piles in behind offensive lineman, and he gets in off right guard from 3 yards away. The Jackrabbits go 89 yards on the opening drive and take a 6-0 lead.
Jackrabbits make a statement with their opening drive, taking in almost 90 yards. It's not a recipe for success. If you're a Lobo fan, you definitely don't want to see that tonight. But have faith, relax. We got a long ball game ahead of us right now, so definitely look forward to see the way we're going to answer back on offense and on defense when the next time we get our chance.
4-minute drive. Point after try coming now is Vincent Hart is the kicker. Snaps on the money, kicks on the way. It's good, 7-0 to score. We'll take a break. We're coming right back to Longview Game Day.
We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let them reach the sky. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the sky. Hickory down. Giving them all that we got. Kick on the door. Try to knock, but nobody answered. I'm going hard and taking my chances. I give it moves and I give it advances. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the skies. Let's go.
You have cancer. Sure wasn't expecting that. My team at Texas Oncology understands that my family is a huge part of my treatment plan. I'll see you in the morning.
All right, well, the Lobos got a little work to do. Forney comes out with a impressive opening drive. 11 plays, 89 yards. They eat up just over 4 minutes of the first quarter. And Javion Osborne picks up his 13th rushing touchdown of the year.
I will point out we've yet to score a touchdown on a kick or a punt return this year. So
well, you just gave us that now. This one's going to come down to the 2-yard line. Lobos will bring it out, and we're not going to have one on this either, as it's stopped short of the 15-yard line. Kick return that time by Longview's Caden Graves. So the Lobos will start 85 yards away.
Yep, Caden Graves get the ball to about the 15-yard line. Not able to break free to break open on that kickoff there. Going to make us have to go 85 yards to get us a touchdown ourselves.
All right, so Lobos on offense. Let's set that up. Offensive line, Jaden Jackson at left tackle. Star Shaw at left guard. Beckett Cox the center. Demarion Pickren is the right guard. Braxton Williams is the right tackle. Jaden Washington the tight end. On first down, how about a handoff up the middle? That's Mason Washington, who backs his way for 8. down to the 23-yard line. Jordan Hobbs, Jaden Herndon are the receivers. Keelan Cummings, the fullback, and the quarterback is Trey Hamilton.
And what a way to start the game off with Frank's favorite play call, right 56.
If you ask the guy that tried to make that tackle, he did not back his way into him.
Man, the way Mason ran it.
Second down and 2 for the Lobos. 23-yard line, ground again. Nice space, off to the races. Mason's got a little lead. 40-yard line, 20-yard line, 10-yard line, touchdown Lobos.
Hey, what a way to make a play. With Boosie in the building, he said, I'm going to make a play and show you how it's done, family. What a play there by Mason to start the game out. He takes the 85 yards himself on that drive to be able to get to the pay dirt.
1 down. 8 to go.
Well, 7 to go. Let's just get the tie, not the record. I like Boosie at least having a piece of that.
Man, that New Jersey looks good running down the sideline for 80 yards.
I'll tell you, let's give some credit right side offensive line.
Absolutely.
Just ate up the Forney defense. Great hole right there.
What you talking about?
Point after try, up and good. Lobos tie it up on the Philip Ayala extra point. We'll take a break. We're coming right back. 7-7 ball game here on game day.
I'm attorney Marty Young. When you or your loved ones are involved in a catastrophic accident, hire the law firm with a proven track record.
In the last 25 years, no law firm has achieved our results in and out of the courtroom. You need and want to hire the lawyers who get proven results that insurance companies and corporations know about, that insurance and corporations are afraid of. Don't make the mistake of hiring a law firm who is not feared by the insurance industry. We truly hope you never need us, but if you do, we're here to help.
Alrighty, welcome back. Before the kickoff, let's talk about HTO. Need some real refreshment? Good news. HTO is open now in Longview. Dive into dozens of flavors of real fresh brewed iced tea from coconut and Georgia peach to Texas chai and cherry. Mix and match to your heart's content to find your favorite combo, and with a ton of premium fresh brewed coffee drinks and crave-worthy snacks to choose from, there's plenty of real refreshment no matter what you're craving. At H2O, welcome to your happy place. 2000 Toller Road. That's a mouthful.
Well, it didn't take the Lobos long. 2 plays, 85 yards, 38 seconds on the clock.
Couldn't even get an HTO in the drive-thru.
All right, time for the kickoff, and we'll go back the other direction. This one staying away from Jahel. They're going to go to the other side instead, but that's Jackson, and that may not even be a better choice. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to go to the 44-yard line. And right now, it may just be a matter of we're just going to kick the ball short and not even deal with that.
We're going to have to do a better job in finding some contained alleys. The kickoff team is just getting out there and just running. A few guys running around with their head cut off, and they was able to exploit that, find an open lane, and be able to cut off with a good return.
It's obviously very early. It looks like Forney's going to be able to match up a little bit better to us athlete-wise than Rockwall last week.
No, they definitely have them on both sides of the ball. It's just a matter of just getting them to being able to contain ourselves and find our fits and be able to make plays, and we'll be just fine.
That's Wesley O'Neal in motion. Back to pass, Peterson setting up a little bubble screen back the other way, and that one's blown up in a hurry. Jahel makes the catch, but Lobo defense does a very nice job getting to that. Tubb in there on the tackle. It's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that play was very excellent by both of the linebackers. They was able to corral and be able to flow freely there, but without being touched. Again, kind of like last week with that middle screen.
Tubb popped the bubble screen. Is that?
Yeah, he definitely did.
Tell you what, well read by Daryl Dolly as well. It got over there. 2nd down and 10 to Osborne. Hit by Tubb. Gets out of the tackle somehow, but manages to get dropped for a yard loss anyway, as the rest of the Lobo defense was there, including Tyson Johnson.
Even though he didn't make the tackle in the backfield, he done his job and being able to slow him down. That's an excellent blitz call there by Coach Barry.
Yeah.
He ran right off of the pulling guard and was able to get back there in the backfield as soon as he got that carry.
Yeah, I know it's a real shocker here, but Lawson Tubb making big plays early.
Well, and let's start with it. Tells you what a load it is to bring down Osborne.
Absolutely.
There aren't too many guys that survive a Tubb hit and just stand there and like, all right, where's the next load of guys to hit me?
Completely concur there. He brings up 3rd and long here.
3rd and 11. Peterson looking. Got trouble. He's in trouble. He's dropped back at the 30-yard line.
Oh, no, I think he's hurt. Get up.
Here comes the second round goes to the defense as they go 3 and out, and they're going to make you punt the ball very quickly. Excellent job there by the defense, being able to make a stop, make a stand, and be able to make them punt the ball back to you.
And how about Jaden Bates, who's going to get the credit for that sack?
Shout out Bates there without a shoe on.
You saw on the replay there, his left knee kind of folded under him a little bit. I was worried, but he got up. He's okay.
He's a Peterson. He's going to be all right.
So 3 and out. Where did that come from after that big long drive? It's going to be punting time for the Jackrabbits. Their punter standing back at about the 18-yard line. He's got a little time to get rid of it. And this one's a lazy kick that comes down. Oh, it's muffed.
Oh, no.
And here we go again.
That's going to be turned over. Forney jumps on that ball real quick. As I noticed, I see KD, before he called a fair catch, he took his eyes off the ball to see where his coverage was at, and by the time he looked back up, he short-armed it instead of going out there and fully putting his arms out there to reach and catch the ball. It's a mud punt to give this Yellow Jackets the ball at the 35-yard line. That's the first turnover for the Lobos.
You just got to accept it, call your fair catch, and give your team possession.
Yep.
You'll learn from it.
Yep. Something telling me that coach is definitely going to get that corrected, but let's go out there and get us another stop by your defense.
All right, well, Forney gets a break on the first turnover of this game. First down at about the 35-yard line. Ended up being about a 30-yard gain for them on the punt. On first down, Peterson back, looking middle of the field, caught. That's Jahel across the 15, still going inside the 10 to the 5, reaches out to the goal line, touchdown Forney.
First play out the turnover there turns into a play action pass, and that's a quick formation there. You got a player that's down right now, but he's running it off. Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him.
It's Carter came off hurt.
Yep.
This is a game of momentum so far. Forney grabbed at the start. Mason Washington grabbed it back for the Lobos. Looked like the defense had forced a turnover, and boom, kind of like last week against Rockwall, a quick turnaround the other way, and we got a flag down.
Hopefully, that's probably going to make them try to go for 2 now with the ball if they accept this penalty and put it on the 1, or everybody's running off the field here. They might just take it and put it on the kickoff.
I think we offside on the point after try.
Declined it.
All right, well, we'll take the point after, and we'll make it 14-7, and Frank's got some reading to do.
That's right. Jim Bartlett Fine Jewelry believes that jewelry isn't just for special occasions. It's meant to be worn and enjoyed every day, whether cheering at the game, enjoying brunch with friends, or running errands. The right pieces can make anyone feel confident and radiant. The store carries stunning jewelry from top brands like Hearts on Fire, Simon G, Christopher Designs, Sylvie, and more, offering timeless styles for every taste. Visit bartlettfinejewelry.com or stop by at 2002 Judson Road to explore their entire collection. Tell them Game Day sent you.
All righty, well, little mistakes. We've seen them a few times this year. That was a big mistake.
You rather have it early.
Yeah, well, I guess. You'd rather not have it at all. But
Yeah, if you're going to have it, you'd rather have it early to where you have plenty of time to be able to withstand it, to be able to continue to keep fighting in the game, than rather than having it late and it changes everything.
So here's a kickoff now. Hart's going to put this one way up in the air. Graves going to grab it at about the 5 and makes a little space to about the 18-yard line. Had a little lane for a second, but it closed in a hurry.
Yep. Good swarm down there by the special teams. You want to see that now on our side of things. As it gets the ball out a little bit further than what we had it on our first drive, we're going to start at the 18-yard line.
So 14-7 game, 4:28 left to play here in the first quarter. Lobos have had 2 offensive plays. One of them, the Mason Washington 77-yard touchdown run.
Tell you what, that big run is going to open up play action as this game continues to keep running as we come up and start this first drive under center.
Cummings the fullback, Washington behind him. How about a handoff Mason to the left side this time, and he's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 to the 22-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, if you can keep letting us get 4 yards to play, we're going to take that all day. we're going to continue to keep marching down the field, as that is a positive first play to start this drive off tonight.
Cummings going to come out. We'll flip in a couple extra offensive players as Sean Davis comes in. I believe Cy Marsh may have checked in as well. Davis going to split out wide right. It'll be Herndon in the slot. And on second down, Hamilton going to run a little option here. He's going to turn it up himself, and he's just so big, falling forward all the way to the 26-yard line as he ran over one of the defenders to get there. And it's going to bring up third down in about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, Trey had a big touchdown last week at the goal line where he just took the defender into the end zone with him because he's just so big. Once he had contact, he was able to fall forward with another gain of 4, and that brings up 3rd and 2.
And Mason, the big tailback, checks out. I bet we're going to see a Trey Hamilton run here, a design QB run.
Abel Carrollway, the tackler, number 7 for Forney. We saw him last year as well. A couple of these guys on this defense, Landry Hopkins, number 4 as well, were on this team last year. How about Hamilton again? Hamilton out to the 35-yard line. He's upended by the safety, Tice Kennedy, but it's a first down.
Good call there by Frank.
I stole a headset from the Lobo coaches earlier.
Hey, that brings up our first down of the night, as we were able to keep this drive alive, get the ball out to the 35-yard line as he ran off to the left there.
And these guys have forgotten more about football than I know. If I saw that coming, I don't know why Forney didn't.
Right. It's the Frank play. Mason back in the backfield. First down to the 35-yard line. We're going to play action. Hamilton looking. Going to throw side. Yeah, that's going to be caught. Oh, great move by Davis. And he's to the 40-yard line, almost a 39 of Forney. As Sean Davis is his first catch of the day.
I love how he went out there and caught that with his hands out in front of his body, secured it, made a guy miss, and Lobos have athletes all over the field right now.
Good route there by number 12, Sean Davis, being able to catch that ball there, make a man miss, get upfield, make another man miss as we get the ball on their side of the 50. Excellent play there for the first pass of the game tonight.
Davis just his second catch on the season. That one went for 25 yards. Back to the ground. How about Mason? Boy, he's got another spot off that right guard, right tackle, and he'll pick up 11 to the 29-yard line and another first down for the Lobos.
Yeah, Mason in the first quarter is already over the century mark with the way that he's running. Pretty impressive. Got to love the way this kid is looking so far to start the quarter. I mean, if you continue to keep this up, you know how many yards that is in the game.
How can he not be motivated? You've got one of the top 10 running backs in the country on the other side of the field, and Boosie's in the house.
Yes, sir.
That's a great combination of motivation for Mason, who had his best game of the year last week. First down after 12 yards. Cummings gets the ball straight ahead, and he just pile drives all the way to the 22-yard line for a gain of 7 more.
Keelan let you know he's coming. He's running down the field. He's letting you know he's gonna make you feel everything that he's bringing to the guys tonight as he comes away with the big gain of 6 yards.
And it's not a coincidence. The same thing happened last year about this time. That inexperienced offensive line that hasn't played much together is kind of starting to gel a little bit.
It's that confidence.
Kind of imposing their will right now.
Well, and putting Braxton Williams in. I know Brady Yoder got hurt, but putting Williams in at right tackle's kind of been a thing, I think. Little different attitude out there. Jaden Davis in the game now. Hamilton going to keep it himself as he just rumbles to the right and down to the 15-yard line for another Lobo first down.
Another first down, and we do it on the ground. Mason keeps his second, third carry of this drive, being able to keep that drive alive, get us inside of the red zone as we're able to let this Forney defense feel our presence. We did it on the first drive in quick fashion. Now we're just doing it, just pounding you down the field right now.
You'd love to have seen a Mason Washington big one, but you got to let your defense rest a little bit.
Yeah, play complementary football.
That's a great point.
Yep, you got to play complementary football.
Hobbs, Herndon, and Davis all going to split out left. Davis in motion. We've seen this before, and we lose the ball again. They lost it on the handoff attempt from Hamilton to Davis. Flag comes down, but the Lobos lose the ball at about the 25-yard line.
Turnover number 2 is not going to help you win the ball game. You had a promising drive that you was going down the field, and unfortunately, there was some miscommunication there between the two quarterbacks. Two quarterbacks who's normally sure of themselves really kind of mishandled what was going on that play there. there is after the end, once they got the ball.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 55, fumbling team. 15 yards from the dead ball spot, automatic first down.
And that's going to give Forney another big opportunity here. Get them the ball near midfield as we was driving on them, and here we come with a big play.
Got a replay here, can see what happened. Yeah, it looks like Beckett hit the guy that recovered the ball a little late.
Cannot have that. He was already on the ground. And in high school, when you're on the ground, the play is clearly dead. I know that's a frustration play, but we cannot have those. Now the defense, you put the defense in a big opportunity here to come up and make a play.
All right, so it's first down for Forney. Lobo defense deciding maybe we need to take control of this thing instead.
6-yard loss on a handoff.
First down, Osborne goes backwards 6 yards.
Good job by the defense, especially the D-line, playing downhill, being able to come up and get a big tackle for loss there. It looks like a gain or loss of 6 yards.
Tackling is going to be super important this drive.
And it's going to take a bunch of them, so you got to be able to run to the football.
So we'll make it second down and 16 back at about the 35-yard line. Peterson back, middle again. That one tipped. Boy, Tubb got a paw up and kept that one from being caught by Preston Jackson.
Super smart play there by Tubb, being able to get there and at least get his hands up to negate a catch to where the receiver was pretty open that play. And just looking at that play, I guarantee you they're coming back to it again. But that was an awesome job by Tubb being able to come away with there because that passing lane was open. He just be able to put his paw up and be able to come away with
I'll tell you what, if Lawson Tubb somehow finds a way to end up 6'2" or 6'3", he's going to get to name his price in college.
Yep. Here we are, 3rd and 16 now here. We need a big stop now.
Lobos trailing 14-7. They're going to go to the ground. They're expecting the pass. Instead, it's Osborne, but he gets tripped up at about the 40-yard line. That's going to be way short of the first down. They're going to end up having a punt. As Bradley Williams comes up, makes a big hit.
That is the stop that we needed here on this defense after we give up the second turnover in this first quarter. Hopefully that is a thing of the past that as we can being able to come away only down 7 as this quarter is almost coming to an end too.
Derek Hill, punt.
All right, so the Lobos will try again. Carter back at the 25-yard line. Low snap. Forney goes down to get it. Ball's up there. And again, kind of an awkward punt. This one's going to hit and take a Lobo bounce backward toward the 39-yard line. And that's where Longview's going to take over with 9 seconds left in the quarter.
Less than a 20-yard punt. We will take that.
Yeah, that punter was awfully close to accidentally kneeing the ball there down.
Yeah,
see how close he got?
Yep, he did catch it down low. Longview get a good start to
no
this
harm,
drive
no
now.
foul there.
Yep.
You know, you got to clean up some of that stuff. You just know Coach King's down in the coach's booth just livid over some of the turnovers and the giveaways here. But it's the Lobos. We'll get it worked out.
And those are self-inflicted mistakes that you have to be able to correct. You cannot give any team, especially in this district this year, an opportunity to be able to put their foot down and be able to make the lead bigger.
All right, so Lobos on offense, 39-yard line. Should be last play of the quarter. Hamilton back. He's going to roll to his right. Looking. Will throw. Caught by Herndon at the 48. And will be taken out of bounds at about the 47. And that's with no time left on the clock. So we'll flip the sides of the field. We'll come back for quarter number 2. 14-7, Forney with the lead here on Longview Game Day.
Great throw on the run, by the way.
In Longview, we know what it means to chase greatness. We've tasted the glory of state championships, and we've pushed through the weight of adversity. For a town that's often overlooked, our pride runs deep. At Longview Eye Associates, we believe in seeing the end goal clearly, whether it's on the field, in the classroom, or in life. Because just like the Lobos, we never stop reaching for higher expectations. Longview Eye Associates, proud to care for our community. Proud to support the Longview Lobos.
Welcome back to Longview Game Day's presentation of Lobo football. Let's talk about Baylor Scott and White. Don't ignore pain. or put off treatment because of new deductibles. Often ignoring pain leads to more severe problems and fewer treatment options. Walk into our Longview clinic located at Bill Owens and the Loop when something is hurting, and they will treat you quickly and effectively. And if you're not in too much pain, tell them Keaton Daniels sent you.
All right, first quarter, numbers look like this. Each team with 6 first downs. Lobos have 167 yards of offense. Forney's got 114 of offense. But the problem are the number 2. Two turnovers have been the difference in what should be a Lobo lead, and instead they start the second quarter trailing 14-7. But they got the ball at the 46-yard line after picking up a first down. And we start moving from right to left now. Hamilton under center on first down. To the ground to Mason. And again, picking his way for 9 to make it 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, now that I think about it, that might be the only way to keep Jaden Davis from scoring on a jet sweep. It's to just not give him the ball.
Well, heads up, third play, good start. Second play of this drive. The first play to end the first quarter was an excellent read there by Trey on the play action pass. He was able to find his open receiver, Jaden Herndon, be able to come away with the big catch. And then the second play, a big run there by Mason.
Mason's averaging 22 yards a carry. 5 for 110. 2nd down and a yard. Handoff again. Mason again. First down across the 35. He'll make it to the 33 and we'll move the chains.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. That is the first down as he able to make his way forward. Get the ball almost to about the 33, or yes, to the 33-yard line there.
Hamilton taking a long look at the sideline as they send in the next play. Of course, Tim Sanders is the offensive coordinator this year.
Got plenty of time on the play clock here.
Early into the second quarter. Hobbs going to split out left. They've been playing Herndon in the slot a lot tonight. On first down, rolling. Hamilton's got some time, now some pressure. Gets away from the first guy. Second coming up, and Hamilton steps out of bounds after picking up about 6 yards at the 27-yard line.
Smart play there by Trey, rolling left on the play action pass. That was the way that we scored last week on the 4th down. Herndon was covered up as they was playing man-to-man. As he goes out and up, nobody was wide open. Trey makes a man miss and to be able to get positive yards on that play.
He's a really fluid runner of the football, if you notice. Just everything's smooth, nothing rushed. And he's got the ability to keep his eyes downfield longer than other quarterbacks because of that.
2nd down and 4 at the 27. To Mason, left guard. Boy, just barreling over not only our guy, but their guy. Landry Hopkins, the linebacker, took the bulk of that, but so did our tight end on that.
We got a Mason Washington we're not used to seeing tonight, running angry.
Hey, and the man that he ran over is a 4-year starter that's been at this Mike linebacker position. I remember this kid when he was a freshman playing linebacker. This time Mason goes in and showing you why he's a 3-year starter.
Has he tackled some quality Lobo running backs or what?
Yeah, he has. He's seen a lot of them.
Or maybe not tackled them, but tried to.
That's what I was, yes.
Big boy's in.
First down at the 20. Handoff up the middle, new tailback, and how about some more beef is carrying defenders. McCaden Frazier goes down to about the 13-yard
in a derogatory way. He's just a massive running back.
Yeah, you got your big 6+ feet tall running back coming into the game. He's a load. As good luck try to stop him or Keelan once either one of those guys get the ball. McCaden comes in and lets his presence be felt as he comes away with a big gain of 7 yards there.
Jaden Washington back in at tight end. We have not really seen a Jaden Washington sighting getting the ball in his hands since early in this season.
Yeah, the first 2 games, he was definitely
maybe a spot here. Herndon splits out wide right.
In man coverage.
Frazier stays in the game. He'll get the ball again. Got a spot right up the middle to the 5, 1st and goal.
Love it that we're feeding Frazier on this red zone opportunity there. He's able to make some good runs, positive runs. His 2nd carry of the night goes away for a first down. The ball is at the 5-yard line. Make no mistakes about it. He's probably finna get it again.
Frazier with 16 carries on the season for 70 yards. Just hard to find enough carries for everybody. You've got so many quality players. He's getting some here, though. 1st and goal at the 5. Another attempt, and he'll lean to the 3 and tries to keep going. You don't want to turn the ball over here, and they're going to say knee went down at the 4-yard line, so gain of 1.
Gain of 1 yard there, but he was he wasn't going to go down easily. He falls forward.
And for such a big guy, he's got incredible feet and vision. You see him making guys miss in the hole.
I see Mason checking out. I see McCaden checks out. Here we go with Tyson. Tyson Johnson is coming in, your big defensive end. He's checking into the game. We got 15 left on the play clock.
So an extra power package.
This almost feels like another Trey Hamilton sprint left or sprint right here.
He'll have Cummings in the backfield with him. 2 seconds on the play clock. They got to snap it and just do. Trying to roll to his right. Now running man can't do it. Got caught before he could get to the corner, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and long back at about the 7.
First drive of the night. I mean, the first play of the night that actually goes backwards for the Lobos.
Yeah. And if you're the opposing team and you see all the running backs check out of the game, the first thing you think likely is QB keeper, and they were able to stop at that time.
Yep, here we go now in the spread look formation. That's some we got some speed checking into the game here.
Joe, by the way, the defender that time, make the tackle for the Jackrabbits. So it's a loss of 3 back to about the 7-yard line. 3rd down and goal from the 7. Boy, everybody's stacked on that narrow side of the field. Hamilton, with a lot of traffic, can't get far, maybe the 5, and now it's going to be 4th down.
Not able to get inside close to the 2-yard line to make you feel good about going for it. Coaches struggling, not struggling, he's yet to.
Yeah, that felt like a 4-down territory call, didn't it?
Yeah, but to me, I don't think you got enough yards.
Nope.
And here goes the kicking team out there. You're actually finna get ready to go settle for 3 here. Got to get points, though, for sure here in this situation. You love to see it be 6 instead of potentially 3.
Felipe Ayala coming on for the field goal attempt. He's 3 of 4 on the year. His long is 36. This one's going to be set down at about the 12. So we're talking about a 22-yarder. Right hash mark, kicks on the way, and it's a 14-10 game with 6:32 left to play in the first half. We'll take a timeout. We're going to come right back in a Longview game day.
Our offense was dominating this year. Fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So, just like when my players need the best care, I turned to a proven provider. Now, I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital, or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist today.
All righty, welcome back to Diagnostics Clinic of Longview. The principal focus of their practice is the delivery of primary care services, as well as 16 medical subspecialty services include pediatrics and adolescent medicine, gynecology, family practice, and internal medicine. For a full list of services and specialty areas, visit their services page and find the physician who's right for your needs. Lobos chew up half the second quarter and score. Back to you, Chuck.
They went 11 plays, 56 yards, came out of it with a 22-yard field goal. They've had some impressive possessions. Turnovers have been a problem, but it's a one-score game at 14-10 with 6:32 left to play in this first half. Kick coverage has not been good. Let's see if they're going to change direction, and indeed they do. They decide to kick it on the ground, and it's going to roll all the way into the end zone. They're going to take it out of there, and they're going to get stopped at the 2-yard line.
And guess who?
Lawson Tubb again, and just a bad decision by Forney. Taylor Hunley was the running back / return man, and he had really little or no choice when he touched it in play and then went into the end zone.
I put my hands up before the kickoff because I was just about to say, I sure hope our kickoff coverage is a whole lot better than our first 2 times, and what a way to be able to answer that.
I know it's football, but the young man's going to hurt some kickoff coverage at some point.
And I'm going to tell you this, Lawson better be careful, too, that he doesn't get a 15-yard penalty because he got lucky the first game about that big hit. He got lucky just then there.
All right, so we'll start at the 3-yard line. Quarterback in his own end zone. Nelson Peterson, first down. He's going to throw out of that end zone. He's got a man caught by leg drop. Boy, he had it with one hand for just a second and then dropped the ball at the end of that, or that was going to be a 97-yard touchdown for Timothy Pace.
What a creative, gutsy play call there, and it almost worked. Throws it off his back foot like a fadeaway jumper and put it on the money.
I'm just glad KD got in his way at the last second to be able to not let him be able to see that catch through. You're talking about a lucky break that almost was a house call. Sometimes you need breaks to go your way.
Yep, 2nd down and 10. Osborne hit at the 5. He'll go to the 6. 3rd down 7 coming up.
Here comes a big 3rd down here. A big 3rd down stop that the Lobos desperately need.
You want to talk about momentum shifting. If you can force a 3 and out here, get the ball on plus side of the field, eat the clock up score, you get it back in the second half. Could alter, sorry, Chuck.
Osborne, 10 carries, 22 yards. For the guy that's come in with almost 1,000. In fact, he's over 1,000 on the year now. 3rd down and 7. This is a big play for the Lobo defense. Watch for Jahel. Instead, Peterson going to keep it himself. Oh, my goodness. And he gets ridden to the ground by Tyson Johnson at about the 8-yard line. It's going to be 4th down.
Excellent job there by your defensive end, being able to come away and make a stop there, negates them on getting close to their 4th down.
The strength of this Lobos defense is that big, athletic defensive front, and Forney's kind of learned the hard way.
Yeah, and they're too deep easily. They got 8 to 10 players that they can rotate at the D-line this year.
And as we just said, 3 and out. We're getting the ball back around midfield, maybe better with 5 minutes left on the clock and a chance to really change the course of this one.
All right, Carter back at the 45. Don't want to do too much here. All you want to do is a clean catch. You're in good position. Kicks a line drive right to him. Got it at the 48. Got some room. 35, 28-yard line.
Did we rough the kicker?
Oh, no.
Ran slap into him after he punted the ball. What a bonehead mistake there.
Flag down in the end zone.
It was Jersey.
I mean, as soon as he kicked the ball, he ran straight into him. I sit there and watched him because I was like, we're in a safe call, and it's personal foul. Oh my goodness.
We
cannot have that. We got to be smarter than that.
Yeah, that's a horrific mistake.
So instead of Lobo ball at the 25, it's going to be Jackrabbit ball at the 23, and they pick up the 1st down.
And what makes that even more egregious is there was no shot to block that. It was gone.
The ball was clearly punted before he even just went and hit him. I mean, that had to have been a frustration play there, but man, you cannot have that.
Wow.
And I know coach is going to let him have that. That was a dumb play by your senior linebacker. You definitely can't have mistakes like that.
All right, so the Jackrabbits get new life. 1st down and 10 at the 23. And Peterson back, middle of the field, caught by Jahel. He's just carrying guys to the 50 and 49-yard line. Lobo side of the field, they'll slow down at the 48.
Quarterback thread that ball.
I was about to say, excellent throw, man.
Yeah, he put that ball in the only place that the receiver can get, and that's exactly where it come up with a big catch there.
Boy, that's a gut punch. Defense has done such an outstanding job. They've had a little bit of help, but not a whole lot. Now, 2nd special teams mistake. Peterson being chased by Jackson. He'll run out of bounds about the 45-yard line after a gain of a couple, and it's 2nd down and 8.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was a frustration play on that
Keith
punt,
Silver afraid. This entire half feels like it's the Lobos versus the Lobos.
Yes, so many mistakes on our end. Credit to the Forney team. They're our opponent, but, man, we're
taking advantage of it.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of it. But it's been clearly us making mistakes.
2nd down and 8, 46-yard line. This clock rolling up on the 4-minute mark for what's left of half number 1. Peterson again, back to pass, fastball. That one outside the range of his intended target, Wesley O'Neal. It brings up 3rd down and 8.
And that quarterback knows what he's doing. If he doesn't back shoulder that's a pick 6. It's a pretty good throw.
Yeah, pretty good throw by a pretty good player. We haven't said this tonight, but that's actually Adrian Peterson's younger brother.
Is it really?
Yep.
So it brings up 3rd down. They're in 4-down territory. You kind of get a sense at the 46-yard line. Lobos have done a pretty good job keeping Osborne in check. You'd have told me he'd have 22 yards at halftime or thereabouts, you'd take that all day.
Amen.
He goes out of the backfield. They're going to throw to him on a little swing. Trying to make a move, not going to happen. Well, what a great open field tackle Don't stand over and flex, but a great play by Hobart Nelson for a loss back at the 49-yard line, and it brings up 4th down and 11.
And back to your point, if you'd have told me that in the first half, I would have told you the score would be very different than the one we're looking at.
Yep. Now here you get a chance now. You get a chance to negate your mistakes. You don't give up any points. So excellent job there by coming away with a good stand by the defense. Jersey, let's be smart on this time.
Either way, it's going to cost you 65 yards probably.
Heck of a play there by your senior free safety.
All right, Derek Hill, their punter. Lobo's going to get a chance to get the ball maybe anyway. Here comes the kick. We don't run into him this time. Nobody back deep. They're going to let it just bounce and gets into the end zone, and the Lobos will get it back out at the 20-yard line with 3:21. And it feels, guys, like that was bullet dodged.
Man, I'm over here telling myself now we can all relax now. That drive now turns out to be a moot point. We got 3 minutes and 21 seconds left to go to end this first half.
But you know, Keaton, it does, but it doesn't. Because we had the ball at the 25-yard line going in, and instead we're 50 yards in the other direction.
But you know what, to make us feel better, let's go down there and score a touchdown before we end this half.
You know what? I'd be okay with a touchdown on the first snap here, if I'm being honest with you.
Hey, our defense is playing a lot of ball, too.
Yeah, so we could stand them sitting for a few minutes. First down, Mason back in the game at tailback at the 20. Hamilton on first down, going to throw. We go middle of the field. That one a little bit behind, but it looks like maybe caught. We're going to see. We got Lobos saying yes. We've got
I think he caught
Jackrabbits saying no. Herndon's down at the 34-yard line and still waiting for someone to give us a definitive yes or no. Did he catch it?
Yeah, the replay's on the screen. He absolutely caught that.
There you go. Oh, ball came out at the end.
Yeah, and if
they're going to say down, so it's first down on the catch.
And I believe if Trey positions that ball out in front of Jaden, he may still be running.
Yeah, he was definitely down. Throw number 2 to Herndon turns into catch number 2 for him. Both of them turns into first downs.
Yeah, ball ripped out of there by the safety, but after the fact. So first down, Lobos.
Yeah,
he was Caden Webb on the defense for Forney. First at the 33. And to the ground. Oh, nice move. Oh, what a very nice move. A little jitterbug there to lose a defender as Mason's really having a nice game out to the 40-yard line.
Hey, I completely concur with you. The Mason is having a well of a game there, making guys miss, not going down easily, securing that ball.
The guy that made him miss grabbed the shoestrings there.
Goes for 7. Mason on the day, 8 for 128. Second down, handoff to him. Little inside, outside, now a cut, and he'll have the first down as he's dumped at the 45-yard line. Jackrabbits ripping at the football, but can't get it away.
Hey, I'm going to tell you guys a little joke. Mason is out there running like he has his contacts in. It's the guy I was messing with him during the week in practice. He was telling me he was going to wear them. He's actually not wearing them tonight. But
really?
He's running like he can definitely see.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. I know his mom, his family, they're going to give me a hard time about that.
That was a little dip in and then dip back out move. That's a pretty sophisticated move for the tailback. So with 1:59, we get our 2-minute warning or 2-minute break before we end this first half. Frank, you ready to take a break?
No.
No, so we won't do that.
We are going to take a break, a hamburger break. Juicy's Hamburgers. We don't really need to tell you much about them, but we will anyway. Voted the best burger in East Texas for 35 years. Juicy's has been a leader in flavor, quality, and service with a smile since 1980, and now they got full-on breakfast. Have you been to breakfast, Keaton?
Yes, I love their breakfast.
What a dumb question.
The sausage taquitos are my favorite.
The Page Pub and Pizzeria. You know all about the Page. Some of the best pizza in town. They got the Lobo game on as we speak. And then this break, we'll talk more about Rams Paint and Body. Rams Paint and Body is located on Broadway in Gladewater. Rams Paint and Body specializes in collision repair and auto body paint jobs. Give them a call at 903-806-0244. And it looks like we got time for one more. Last but certainly not least this break is Emily Ramey over at Sig Ramey Insurance. She's your local SIG insurance agent with 20 years of experience in the insurance industry. She helps customers like you identify the insurance coverage you need. She'll understand while I'm cutting this off. We got Lobo football.
I saw her earlier, too.
1:59 left in the half. We're back to action. Low snap. Hamilton goes and gets it. He's going to roll to his right and decide to keep it. And we'll go out of bounds about the 49, 48-yard line. A little push in the sidelines where the Jackrabbit bench happens to be, but Hamilton comes out of there cleanly.
Yeah, good play design. Number 7 had a decision to make. Do I cover the back out of the backfield or take Trey? And Trey just waited to see what he was going to do and took the free 6 yards.
Yep, it gets out of bounds there to stop the clock as we're able to get the substitution that we want to be able to get.
Just solid play design.
Yep, here comes Jacaden Davis.
Have not touched the ball on offense this half. He had one attempted handoff, but it was a fumble.
He touched it.
But now it's 2nd down and about 4 at the 48-yard line. Clock running. Well, actually, they stopped. He went out of bounds, so it stopped at 1:52. Back to pass. Quick toss to Jacaden. Gets caught up on the block that time. Couldn't get away from where Jordan Hobbs was trying to block away the corner. And it's going to be a short game and bring up about a 3rd and 2.
Here we go here. Mayday situation. A little hurry up. Trying to get this play call off. We actually just switch sides with everybody as we try to get our play call. Coach Sanders is signaling in.
3rd down 2, 1:28 left. Lobos trailing. They're going to go to the ground. And they're not going to get the 1st down.
1 yard shot.
Short by about a yard.
1 yard shot here, and I would love to see us go for it right here. Got plenty of time on the play clock, on the game clock here with a little bit over a minute as we come away with our first time out here.
And you watch that and wonder, okay, if you were going to run, why not Mason there? Instead they went to Graves, who's a little smaller. You're going to be in heavy traffic. You need a couple of yards, and came up just a bit shy.
And I think the reason why we did that because of the formation that we was in. We was in our 2-minute offense. You're going with Graves, who's probably, you know, in our opinion, probably the better catcher out of the backfield, out of the two. And you know, if you substitute your players out, you run more clock you run more time off the clock. Allow Forney to be able to substitute and be able to know what's going on too.
Well, we got 1:06 left in this half. Lobos, if we're looking at it statistically, 12 first downs with 200 and almost 40 yards of offense, a little more than that, 240 yards of offense. 4 for 4 throwing the football. Jackrabbits have 8 first downs, just 25 yards on the ground. They're 6 of 10 throwing the ball. They don't have any turnovers. We've got 2.
And it feels like every week we go to half saying it should be. It should be a
good point.
I can't wait for the first half. We just put it all together.
All right, well, here we'll go. Big 4th down and 1. They're going to put 3 receivers wide right. And now Forney decides we've seen what they're doing. We need to take a timeout.
So, Keaton, we'll worry about him in a couple weeks, man. Caught a peek of your phone there.
Oh, yeah.
So, second timeout burned here back-to-back.
Well, I'll tell you what, I owe it to Emily Ramey to finish that ad read. Sorry, Emily, back at it. She is 20 years of experience in the industry. She helps customers like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits your needs. The process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about insurance. Give her a call at 903-235-5658. Me and Keaton know Emily personally, so if she's at all professionally like she is personally, you'll enjoy your time working with Miss Emily Ramey.
Absolutely. I got a chance to see her. She's here tonight at the game. I got a chance to speak to her, give her a hug.
And her son, our starting pitcher from the last 3 or 4 years, is hitting 94 now on the radar. Got big things coming from Cole.
Absolutely. I saw that video, man. Cole is looking good, looking impressive on the diamond.
Showed a little speed last year.
And showed some power as well.
Turned a
remember that double that he almost
no, I was about to say he almost turned a triple into a double.
That was a fun play. We laughed at that one.
All right, 4th down and a yard.
Trips.
We're setting up just like we did before the timeout. Hamilton going to run the option. He'll keep it. 1st down across the 40 to the 38-yard line. They move the chains. The clock stops while they move them with 1:01 left.
Here we go with the substitution here. Clock stops as we move the change. We're going to give Forney an opportunity to sub.
Plenty of time. 2 timeouts. Clock ticking under a minute now.
He went for 7 on 4th down and a yard.
I kind of like this formation look here. You got Davis and you got Herndon lined up on the same side.
Hamilton back, in trouble, looking to dump it, caught one-handed. How about short gain for Graves as he got to about the 36-yard line? An impressive reception.
He was able to get out of bounds there, or no, he wasn't. Got a timeout call, but that was a good catch there.
Couldn't get away from the defender, but a nice grab.
It's a pretty good 2-yard gain there.
Yeah, it looks like he was able to. Looked like he was going to get to that edge.
So the clock stops with 35 seconds left.
And here we go. One time out left. You hope that that is the last time out that we're going to be able to use to hopefully get a field goal if we don't score.
Every time I see it, I get a kick out of these kids playing football on like a 45-degree hill over there.
Oh, yeah,
I'm surprised they don't end up rolling down to the fence.
Bring back the old days of the bleacher creatures, being able to be out there and have some fun.
We'll have the Lobo band for you at halftime as usual. Promise we'll lay out and turn the crowd back up high for you.
Score at the half, Tyler. Legacy trailing Royce City 24-0 as they're coming up on halftime. Trying to keep an eye at least at what's going on with that one. Of course, the other game we want to see later on, North Forney and Rockwall Heath. And if this score is right, shocker, somebody posted 35-14 Heath.
My goodness.
No, we'll see. We'll see if it's part of the problem with these scoring apps.
I was about to say, I've started doing a local scoreboard, and some of the stuff just isn't right on there. So
we're keeping an eye on that one. Across the area, Texas High with a 7-0 lead on Marshall. Game with big implications for their district. All right, we'll try it again. 2nd down and 8. Hamilton back, got time, going deep, got a man. Herndon touchdown with 28 seconds to play in the half. Hamilton to Herndon.
Big time play by big time players. Excellent read there by your quarterback. As you had a double post going on, he elects to take the deep post, and what a job, what a throw, what a catch there to get the Lobos in the lead for the first time tonight.
I literally had to stop myself mid-play because I was going to scream, he's got him. What a throw, man.
Hamilton 6 for 6, 93 yards and a touchdown. Ayala's point after good. And despite all of the angst, the Lobos have a 17-14 lead with 28 seconds left to play in the half.
You can forget about all the mistakes that we made early on now because we got a lead here. We had the opportunity now with 28 seconds left to go to end this first half. If they don't score, we're going to get opportunity to have the ball to start the second half there. So excellent job to wait. Not how you start, but it's how you finish.
We're going to take a quick break here. Jim Bartlett Fine Jewelry headed your way.
Alrighty, 17-14 Lobo lead. Herndon with 3 grabs for 64 yards tonight. That drive, by the way, 9 plays, 80 yards. We'll take the touchdown.
This kickoff is very important. We get down
and
there.
Chahel again having trouble with it. They got to hold on to him now, and they do as he gets dumped at the 13-yard line with 22 seconds left.
Smart kickoff coverage there. Smart job by the kickoff team. The way that you've been covering these last 2 times, I take it over the first 2 all day long.
Really effective little kicks. And if you're Forney here, you give it to your all-world tailback one time, just see what happens. And if it doesn't pop one, you take a knee. And
you got.
Let's head to the half.
You got some sub-11 guys that can run out there on the edge. Yeah. You definitely want to see what those guys can do too.
They have 2 timeouts left. So they can pick up 30, 40 yards. They can reset and try again. We'll see on first down. Do they think like Frank? They do indeed. To Osborne up the middle to the 20. Still going to the 27-yard line. It's good to eat up about 12 or so of the seconds on the clock. It gets them a first down. and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, that's the thing about a running play there. You're going to take off more time off the clock. So if they want to run it, as long as we come away with the stop, we'll take that all day. That's a win for us.
He goes for 15, but it sets up them now with just 1 timeout remaining before we go to the half. Herndon last week, 4 catches, 144 and a touchdown. He's added 3 more for 64 yards and another score tonight.
Let's not forget the 50-plus yarder taken off the board.
Yeah.
The underthrown ball that he could have caught for another 60. He could have had a monster week.
Yep. He is going close now to, in fact, he's gone over the 350-yard mark for the season on 19 catches and now has 3 touchdowns.
Remind you, he is just a sophomore.
And go back to the junior quarterback who's having himself a pretty nice little half without an incompletion. Came in completing almost 70% of his passes. He's only thrown 3 touchdowns this year, but just 1 interception. And we keep looking at how the Lobos go. Where mistakes go is where you get in trouble. Yes. Not making mistakes, this team is good enough to be able to win games. He doesn't have to win games by himself. So first down at the 27. This time Peterson going to throw. Jahel catches it. They're going to say he got out of bounds after a gain of about 9, and there's 9 seconds left.
You're not going to you're not going to be able to pitch and catch down the field in 9 seconds to hopefully come away with some points before this first half is over with. Be ready to start seeing them going a little deeper here as we look like we're starting to scoot our coverage back some.
Now this is it. This is pretty much the play. They're going to have to go downfield.
I think 7-8 yard gain here, and then let's chuck it to the end zone. Let's see what they think.
Second down and 1. He'll toss it underneath, incomplete, intended for Osborne, and now they're down to 6 seconds.
And arm strength's a factor here at the high school level. This young man appears to have a stronger arm than some, but I don't know that he's got it in him to heave it 65, 66 yards down the field.
Well, thank goodness we're not playing Ruston, and there's a 6'8" tight end lined up out there on the field.
But see, I don't know that throwing it deep is their best bet. It's throwing it quick is their best bet. And then those fast guys go.
Yes, sir.
Here we go on what will be probably the last play of the half. Osborne with a handoff, breaks a tackle, and another. Are you kidding me? 40-yard line. They just got to get him to the ground
Lawson's
somehow.
not going to let him get
and
there.
it's going to be Carter that gets him down as there's zeros on the clock to save a potential score at the end of the half.
Tubb had him chased down. He wasn't going to let him score, but man, that was close.
Man, you talking about too close.
He all the way down to the 18-yard line, but the half comes to an end, and the score doesn't move. 17-14, Lobos with the lead. We're going to get the field cleared so that your favorite band can take it soon. The Big Green Marching Machine coming up next.
I think he broke 7 tackles.
Yep, here comes the best band in the land. Well, after the rock wall.
Yo,
Forney.
Keep it rolling for just a second. I got to update the score here. Sorry.
So those last 2 carries for Osborne got him in the conversation. 12 for 83. He had 22 yards before we started that drive. So he picked up about 60 in a couple of carries there. Doesn't negate the fact the Lobo run defense did an outstanding job, with the exception of the last play of the half.
Yes, sir. Almost gave up away a big one, but nonetheless, though, happy that we didn't let them score.
All righty, we will see you at the third quarter. You're watching the Lobos on Longview Game Day.
On October 1st. First, Rhonda Glass Bullard, class of 1975. She has spent over 15 years serving the Longview community, a leader in civic, church, and nonprofit work. She led the campaign that raised $3 million to establish the Longview World of Wonders Children's Museum. Stevie Dr. Hugh Johnson, class of 1970. Standing in for Dr. Stevie is his mother and grandmother. Stevie is a professor at Ohio State University, a DJ, and award-winning producer. He founded Fire and Little Africa, a Motown-released hip-hop project honoring Black Wall Street and was named a 2023 Nasser Jones Hip Hop Fellow at Harvard. Kenneth C. Rainey Jr., class of 1970, is a retired attorney whose career spanned more than 40 years. He's been recognized for leadership in law, education, and Texas heritage, and currently serves in statewide roles with the Sons of the Republic of Texas. Congratulations and welcome home to all of these fine alumni of Longview High School. If you want to nominate a Longview or Womack High School alum, contact Community Relations at 903-381-2200. Again, congratulations to our honorees, and remember, once a Lobo, always a Lobo.
And now, entering the field, the fabulous Player of Forney, 5-time Touch in Texas, 8-time National Grand Champion, 2024-25 back-to-back NBA National Champions, Forney High School High Steppers. High Steppers officers are Senior Lieutenant Mariah Ramirez, Senior Lieutenant Allison Boyd, Senior Lieutenant Peyton Schultz, and in the front and center, Senior Captain Lacey Yellowbell, Social Captain Juliana Bishop, Social Taylor Duvall, Forney Jackrabbits, Harrington Ryder, Social Media, Bailey McCarter, and Riley Schober. High Stepper of the Week is Emma Santos. High Stepper Teacher of the Week is Coach Flinger.
hard on that real. 0 to 100, real quick. Real quick. 0 to 100, real quick. Most hard on that real. 0 to 100, real quick. Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to play with. Tell me I fell off, who I needed that. And they want to see me pick that up, where I needed that. So I expect the real change, now I got it like that. So my left hand in my shirt, cause I'm just popping like that. Don't do it. Watch the breakdown.
Artistic director is Erica McNeil. Tonight's performance was sponsored by Citibank, MSKB, Family Charitable Foundation, and Children's Lighthouse, Texas Fitness LLC, Norvell and Company, Real Estate, Ron Sparks Inc., Stonehouse Mortgage, Elizabeth Hampton Team Realtors, Specialty Broken Metals, Legendary Electric, and J.S. Helbig and Sons. Thank you for your continued support, and go Jackrabbits!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Longview Independent School District is proud to present to the field in their 61st year the 2025-2026 LHS US. Officers this year left to right are Senior Lieutenant Avery Foreman, Junior Co-Captain Michaela Davis, Junior Lieutenant Jocelyn Jimenez, Junior Co-Captain Claire Gouldsby, and Senior Lieutenant Carissa Wallace. The Vuettes will now entertain you with their pom routine 2, All In. Duet of the Week is Senior Gabby Acevedo. Spirit Girl of the Week is Junior Valencia Williams. Teacher of the Week is Mrs. Anna Jaquez. The Vuettes are under the direction of Mrs. Debbie McGowan and assisted by Mrs. Haley Cooper. And now, the 2025 Longview High School Majorettes will perform a dance twirl routine to Timber.
under the field direction of drum majors Etsy Islas, Olivia Shepard, and Ryan Castaneda, the Longview Independent School District proudly presents the award-winning Longview High School Lobo Band. This is a big green marching machine. All right, Lobo fans, on your feet as the big green marching machine marches the Rockinell off the field. The students and directors of the local band would like to thank all parents, community members, and LISD for their continued support this season. We would also like to thank our super level and higher sponsors for this year: Sorian Hoover LLP, Peter Chevrolet, ABC Auto, Weber Landscape, Raising Pains, Rams Paint Bar, ECA E-Discovery Solutions, All Your Home, Cruise by Mandy LLC, Solis Brothers Excavation, Walmart Forestry, Ronaldo Mexican Bakery, Eastman Credit Union, Captain Anonymous, Dr. Ryan Peavy, Juicy's Taco, and Drug Emporium. Thank you for your kind attention to tonight's performance. Thank you for picking up your trash, and go Lobo!
I think they're going to make us go back to work here. Having the Lobo band on the field at halftime gives you a sense of, tell you what, we don't have to work for a while. Then they decide to give up the field, and we got to go back to it. 17-14 Lobos with the lead as we are at the half. A half that was frustrating, and yet still somehow the Lobos managed to have a lead in light of all the turnover and kind of bonehead plays, all that aside. Longview with a 17-14 lead. Stat-wise, pretty simple. Lobos 13 first downs to 10, 195 yards on the ground on 23 carries, 6 for 6 throwing the football for 93 yards. That's a quick math of about 290 yards of offense. Forney, 17 carries for 86 yards. They were 7 of 12 for 131. They've got about 215, 17 yards of offense in the first half. The two turnovers for the Lobos were the two killers, a muffed punt and a fumble. Both of them, I guess, slowed down momentum more than caused big pain. We didn't give up points as a result of the first one, but it took probably a very short field off the board for the Lobos early.
In my opinion, it's just one of those deals that you could just, you don't want to be playing your best ball, and that unfortunately comes with mistakes. You rather have these mistakes early than have them late. You rather get rid of them instead of making it an often thing. And man, we just everything that's going on right now. Here we are up by 3 to start the second half. You'll take it.
Yeah, they're going to kick it all the way down to the 1 yard line. Looks like Graves going to bring it out. And we'll get to the 20. We'll get a little bit better starting position each time. And the Lobos will start at around the 21 yard line.
Oh, yeah, I guess so far so good right now. We're still in these uniforms to start the second half. Coach King didn't make them tear it off and take it off.
Well, and if you're wondering what the heck are you guys talking about, if you weren't with us at the very beginning of this, they're a brand new uniform that they're wearing tonight, number one. And number two, they're a little tight. And the players kind of complained about the fact that they were having some struggles getting their arms extended, being able to be comfortable with them. And even in the pregame, Coach King had said, if it comes down to it, we'll take those things off and go to the old ones, and we're going to be comfortable.
I wonder what the rules are about that.
I don't know there are any. First down, not for John King. First down to the ground. We're going to go on first, and Mason Washington's going to tumble backwards to about the 24 yard line for a gain of 3. It'll bring up second down and 7.
gain of 3 to start the second half. Offensive run right up the middle there to the right side. This Forney's defense, we've been running on them all night long so far to start the first half. You know, the second half if they got something to say about it, they're gonna try to bring us some pressure.
Jaden Jackson, Star Shaw, Beckett Cox, Demarion Pickren, and Braxton Williams, offensive lineman for the Lobos. 2nd down and 7, empty backfield, and Hamilton's going to get rid of it in a hurry. Caught, and not a whole lot offensively, maybe out to about the 26 or 7 yard line. And Graves was the target on that.
Good moves there by Graves. There, it looks like he got more than what he could, but nonetheless, it looked like he only got about 2 yards. It comes up 3rd and long here to start the opening drive off.
He ended up getting about 3 yards. It's 3rd and 5, I believe. Manageable.
According to what I have, Hamilton has yet to throw an incomplete. I've got him at 7 of 7.
Got to find some wood to knock on here.
Yeah, you just jinxed that. 3rd down, though. Opening possession, second half. Hamilton back, 3-step drop, quick toss, caught out of the backfield and into the 50, 45, 40, and dragging defenders down to near the 30-yard line. Lobos continue to rip off big plays. This time, Graves goes all the way down to the 30-yard line.
What a 3rd down play call there by Coach Sanders, getting Graves out there, running the wheel route in the backfield. None of the linebackers can cover him. He comes away with a big-time catch, and just impressive tonight. We've been able to show our versatility with all 3 backs in the backfield tonight so far.
Danielle Thompson with the tackle saved a touchdown for the Jackrabbits. They've got Chris Rydor and Caleb Wingfield are the defensive ends. Dyson Robbins, their DT. Rollout, Hamilton looking, goes back middle of the field, wide open, caught at the 20-yard line. That's going to be Cy Marsh with his 2nd catch of the year, and it's 1st down at the 14.
Wide freaking open. Excellent job there by Trey Hamilton, who's still yet to come away with the incompletion. Found his tight end. He could have threw it to his other one here that was in front of him. My
relief's finally here. Your old teammate's going to produce the rest of this one tonight.
All right, James is in the building now. He about scared the socks off of you.
1st down at the 14. Handoff, Mason. Nice move, spinning, backpedaling to the 4-yard line for a gain of 10. 1st and goal.
Excellent run there by Mason. Come away with almost a 1st down. Actually, they are giving him the 1st down. It's 1st and goal. We're inside the 5 right here at the 4-yard line.
He and Trey have both looked better tonight than they've looked all season.
I'm telling you, just keep getting better and better each week.
11 for 146 for Washington. He'll get nipped. Carry number 12. This one not going to get much. Maybe the 3, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Trey saying, let's do that again. I'm going to keep it.
Yep, he definitely looked like he wished he would have kept that ball.
Yeah, looking at his little hand gestures back to the coaching staff, I think he's wanting to run that back.
Washington
going heavy now.
Getting a new fullback as Keelan Cummings checks into the game. Sean Davis goes out. And there's still Jaden Washington at tight end. He'll line up on the left side. 2 tight ends set for the Lobos as Herndon splits out wide right. Handoff, Cummings, touchdown Lobos.
Touchdown for the Lobos. Keelan Cummings right up the middle. Comes away with a big-time score. Put the Lobos on top as we be extra point away from making this a double-digit lead tonight. Excellent first drive there by the Lobos, marching down the field. Almost 80-plus yards to get into pay dirt.
79 yards in 7 plays. They do it in 2 minutes and 37 seconds. And Ayala for the point after try to make this a 10-point Lobo lead. Kick is on the way, and it's 24-14 Longview. We'll take a timeout with 9:26 left to play in the 3rd. Lobos with a little breathing room for the first time tonight. We're back in a minute on Game Day.
Hi, I am Emily Kidwell Ramey, Longview's local independent insurance agent. I specialize in home, auto, life, and commercial. I'd be more than happy to help you with any of your insurance needs. And go Lobos.
All righty, thank you to Zaxby's for hopping on. Delicious, saucy chicken served with core values built on a willingness to do whatever it takes to do right by their customers. Swing by the 4th Street location. If you haven't already, tell them Keaton Daniels and Chuck Zach sent you that way.
What's up, Chelsea? What's up, Austin?
About to give James a headset. Ready?
Lobos were trailing 14-7 the end of the first quarter. They have put a little run on here, 17 unanswered points. And how about Forney trying to answer as they take a squibbing kick back to about the 40-yard line. That's where they will start to open this second half.
And those squib kicks have been really effective the last couple times. Until now, they just caught a seam with it. And good field position to start this one out.
And that was a halftime adjustment that they made. They definitely told him to go get the ball, the man that was in front of the returners, instead of letting it bounce as far as they did. And you can see the change. They get the ball now at the 40-yard line.
Wyatt Williams is the return man that time for the Jackrabbits. So they'll come out at the 40. Lobos with Johnson and Dolly as the ends. Williams in the middle. Bradley Williams, Jaden Woolridge are the outside backers. Hampton Williams and Tubb the inside backers. Carter Hill, Jackson Nelson in the secondary. First down, Javion Osborne, nothing doing. Stood up shy of the 40. That's Kristen Williams that got there first. It's second down and a little more than 10.
There's a play there also as well by Tony Johnson coming up, defeating his big left tackle off of him, getting his head inside and being able to play downhill as he come away with the big stop there.
Yeah, the big front for the Lobos have done a heck of a job tonight, winning the line of scrimmage.
Of course, they're battling Jordan Caraway, 77, their big left tackle, who's a D1 guy. Quick pass on second down, and that one's going to be caught across the 45 to about the 42-yard, and Wesley O'Neal on the reception.
A lot of RPO action here, and that was a play-action pass, which is the bread and butter of this team here. They get their play action, you get your linebackers to come inside. It creates a big-time passing lane, and they can just kind of come up right there behind you. And that was a cover 2 look here. Cornerback was inside. Safety had to get over the top fast.
So it's at the 43-yard line. First down, Lobos side of the field. Forney trying to answer. Go back to the same play. And oh, what a big hit. Oh, Hobart Nelson disembowels basically the receiver that time, and the ball came loose.
And that's how you play cover 3 as a free safety. Coming down the hill, decleating the receiver as soon as he catches the ball, separating him from the football. And he's a little slow getting up.
He's still down.
He's still down.
While he's down, we'll tell you about Lobo volleyball. Trent's mom, Miss Coach Jackson, just said they defeated Forney just across the street over there in 4 sets, 25-18, 23-25, 25-18, 25-23. Trent's older sister, Trinity, with 30 assists, 16 kills, 15 digs, and an ace. Alyssa Grissom, 16 kills. Keely Johnson, 11 kills. Addison Pegues, 4 kills. And Aubrey Orban, 15 assists and 9 digs tonight. Way to go, Lady Lobos, keeping their playoff hopes alive.
Shout out to the Lady Lobos. I'm wearing the shirt in big support of them tonight here in Pink Out.
I didn't even notice that.
Hobart Nelson didn't have a kill, but he darn near did, as he took the wind out of Wesley O'Neal, got him off the field. Just 5'9", 165 Nelson unloaded. Second down and 10. And back to Osborne, picking his way to the 41-yard line, but just cannot break through the gang-tackling Lobos, who have really been on point today. Daryl Dolly, first one there.
Looked like Coach Berry has turned up the temperature on this Lobo defense. They're playing physical, they're playing fast, and they running with some aggression to their ball there, and they're separating it a little bit too.
Third down and 8 now for the Forney offense. Jackrabbits, quarterback Nelson Peterson.
Got to tackle here. They're going to get it out quick, get it out to somebody in space. Got to tackle the guy with the football.
On third, handoff Osborne. Got away from one guy, but gets tackled by Lawson at the 34-yard line. That's a little bit shy of the first down.
You know they're going to go for it here. I see us bringing in some size. We're bringing in the quick, or we're bringing in some fresh some fresh guys in right now. If I was us, I would just blitz the edges and try to collapse everything inside.
There we go, 4th and a yard. Big play for the Jackrabbits. Why not Osborne? He'll have a first down and more as he rolls over one of our defenders at the 30 and takes the thing inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Yikes.
Ooh, what a decleater there by that running back who's letting his physical, he's letting his presence be felt. Come away with the 4th and 1. He runs it almost down to the end zone.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that may have been TJ that got hit, but yep, I think that was Jackson that gave up quite a few pounds. 29-yard run on 4th and 1. First down from the 5. Osborne again. Touchdown, Forney. Too easy.
Too easy there for Osborne, the guy that's running with a lot of confidence right now. Well over 1,000 yards already on the season. A kid that we talked about, he's going to Notre Dame. He is letting you know why he's going to South Bend, and he's a true presence right there. One of the best backs in the state.
That's touchdown number 2 for Osborne tonight. He scored from 3 yards in the first quarter. He goes in from 5 yards here in the third. Point after try coming to make this back down to a, and we got flags flying before the kick goes up. So it didn't take them long. They go 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get the score right back and finally end a Longview scoring run of 17 straight points. Osborne with his 13th touchdown on the ground this year.
Defense in the neutral zone causing a reaction by the offense. Number 91, half the distance to the goal and will retry.
Earlier, they declined it after a successful field goal here.
Forney has elected to decline the penalty and retry.
There you go again.
Okay.
I'm surprised to see, you get the ball on the 1-yard line. You got this big running back here, decide to go for 2.
Yeah, I don't get, or even if you're going to take the thing and move it up half the day, but they decline it, which means we want it at the 2-yard line. I'm not exactly sure what the thinking is here, but the idea still is Vincent Hart's going to kick it from the 10-yard line. 24-20 at the moment. And he pounds it through, so it's 24-21. We'll take the break. 7:11 left to play in the third. Lobos up. They'll get the ball when we come back here on Game Day.
I'm going hard and taking my chances. I give it moves and I keep advancing. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the sky. Let's go.
All righty, we are back. 7-play, 60-yard drive for Forney to get this back to a 1-score game. Javion Osborne now with 126 yards on the ground. It's the first time in his 4 games playing against Longview he's gone over 100. He went for 74 as a freshman, 68 on 21 carries as a sophomore. Last year, 15 carries, 58 yards. That's 44 carries, exactly 200 yards. He's at 126 tonight, though, on 17 carries.
He's running like a man possessed, and he's running like a man that's tired of losing to the Lobos.
So Lobos will put their returners back at the 5-yard line. Are going to bang this thing back all the way inside the 5, and here comes Graves out to the 15, 20, down to the 23-yard line. Lobos will start there.
Late flag comes out at the end of the play.
That's probably not a good sign.
Especially when it comes from the guy with the white hat.
So looking like we're not going to start outside the 20 after all.
During the return, illegal block in the back of the return team.
And they flag that at the 16, which means it's going to be 8-yard line where Longview's going to get the football.
Long way to go to get the pay dirt. 7 minutes left to go in this third quarter. penalties have not been on our side as well. But for the most part, you know, it's been clean from Forney. The referees hadn't thrown a lot of flags.
Not really. Osborne started the scoring tonight with a first quarter 3-yard run. Mason Washington answered with a 77-yard run less than a minute later. Made it a 7-7 game, and we've been off and running since. First down, back at the 8. Mason on the goal line. Boy, nothing doing. Maybe a yard at most. A little awkward on the tackle that time. Second down and 9.
Yeah, not able to break free of the open field. Get it get a big gain there. It comes away with the gain of 1 yard to start this first drive off.
We ran really strong running to our right in the first half. We have gone left a few times, haven't had the same success.
As this game starts to tighten up a little bit, it feels like it's time to get the ball to your playmakers, Jacaden and Jaden a little bit here. Let's see if they try again.
Here we go, both of the we got trips up top here. Hobbs is the third receiver.
And we're going to hand off again and go left. This time Cummings, and let's see, out to maybe the 13-yard line. 12, maybe 13 at best. And we're going to bring up third down, and still a bunch to go. You got to get up to about the 18-yard line, so third down and 5.
We need to keep this drive going, especially starting way back in the backfield here to start this drive off. Mason is checking in and running back. I'm not sure who checked out. Okay, Keelan is coming out now.
Yep. So third down and 5. Herndon's going to come left.
In tight.
Hamilton back to pass. Looking. Running out of time, in trouble. Sacked back at the 3-yard line. He just held it way too long, and Caleb Winfield got there and took him down inside the 5, and the Lobos are going to have to punt from inside their end zone.
It's a long developing play there. I see Coach Wilson is fussing at the running back. He wanted him to do something there, but he was covered up on the wheel route that we converted on the last third down of the first drive of the third quarter. We wasn't able to get it. Nobody was open downfield. Trey just did what he tried to do something with it, but it comes away with the sack, and here we are, the ball inside the 5-yard line, and here we are punting from the back of the end zone now.
Jordan Hobbs punting for the first time. High snap. Got it out of there somehow.
Yes. Sorry.
And it's going to bounce. Grabbed by Jahel, looking for some room to run. 4 Lobos have him, and finally they'll take him out of bounds.
Me and Keaton were yelling, yes, there's a flag. They hit the punter.
Hit the punter. Hopefully it is the personal foul kind.
Hobbs is pointing in a rather animate style.
Here's a replay.
I've got this.
And it looks like, oh, yeah, don't know. It's close.
I hope it's the personal foul kind.
It looks like the 5-yard variety.
He's yet to say so. Obviously, they're asking them whether you want to take it or asking us whether we want to take it, if we want to repunt it.
I don't know why they'd be talking to the Forney coach.
Oh, they're probably asking us to repunt it, and it looks like this. I see the offense going out there.
Yeah, they may be explaining to the Forney coach
what was going on. The offense is getting ready to go out there, so it's going to be a personal foul.
Yeah, so Whitehat coming over to talk to the Lobo coaches about what their, I guess, options would be.
We covered the punt so well that if it is the 5-yard variety, I think we just take it where it sits, to be honest with you. So we'll see. Coach Wilson's getting the news right now. I think it's going to be the 5-yard variety.
Now I see the offense coming off the field on the sideline.
That's a little bit of discussion, and part of this was Forney had a chance to maybe get a block on the kick because the snap was high, and Hobbs had to take a little extra time to get rid of it. That let defenders get closer to him probably than he should have.
Running into the kick. That penalty is applied. Holding during the
all right.
We're going to take the holding for sure.
15-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
That explains some of the delay.
What you get is ball's going to be out around midfield instead of about the 40-yard line. So for all intents and purposes, considering where things were, this may be the best case scenario for Longview if you didn't get roughing the punter.
I concur there. Definitely take that hold and you get to move them back.
So we'll see if they'll mark this off. It should actually be marked back to the Forney side of the 50-yard line. They had killed the play at about the 40, so they're going to mark off the penalty, I would expect. and get this thing. Yep, here he goes now, walking in the right direction. They'll put it down at the 48-yard line. So actually not a bad turn of events for the Lobos.
Especially punting it from the back of your end zone.
So Forney comes back out trailing 24-21, 4:44 left to play in the third. Lobo defense going to need to rise up here. Back to Osborne they'll go. Osborne starting to feel it. Jesse Hampton hanging on to him, and there will be maybe a yard gain as Jersey kind of spins him around to the 49-yard line.
Excellent job there by Jesse getting his hands on Osborne, not letting him go there. It was a guy who had a lot of success on that last drive, running it off the right-hand side. It was excellent job there, but getting him corralled and not letting him break free at all.
18 carries, 127 for Osborne. He's the Notre Dame commit. We'll be seeing him probably in a year or two with that golden helmet on. Second down and 9. Peterson looking, got a guy open middle of the field. It's a little short. He went to Jahel. He actually had the tight end wide open deep.
He did.
And didn't see it.
I was looking at the same thing that you saw. Tight end was running free up the seam. He was going. He found his favorite target out there, and that is completion as a first down.
But sometimes you lock in on the favorite target and miss the potential home run.
Yep.
Because they definitely had a tight end wide open. First down, back to Osborne again. And again, the Lobo defense does a very nice job. 35-yard line for a gain of a couple. Maybe
Almost
3.
Almost a field goal range here. You definitely need to come away with some stops here. You need to get this. You need to get this this Yellow Jacket team off the field here, as they have a chance to potentially tie the game or take the lead here.
3:15 left in the third. 24-21 Lobos. Second down and 7 at the 35. Nelson Peterson. Ooh, fast snap came back to him. Gets it to Osborne, and now here he goes. 20 down to the 10-yard line as he tried to fight off a defender. Josiah Hill was maybe the guy that saved a touchdown. It'll be first down, and we'll see if he's on the 10 or outside the 10, but it's first and goal, it looks like, from the 10-yard line.
Man, if he get past that first level, man, he is definitely a threat to keep hitting these home runs tonight. And luckily, he tripped over his own feet as he was able to potentially almost score that right there.
Good for 25 more. Hand it to him again. Nope, nothing doing. How about Tyson Johnson again? Tyson's
playing really good tonight, making sure tackles. And it's actually, I mean, that was a tackle for loss there. It's goal, second and goal, and they're going to need a good 12 yards to get a touchdown here.
Can you guys remember in the 5 years doing this, a running back that's gone for a couple hundred versus our Lobos?
Kyron Lacey from Lancaster, that playoff game. He was in man possession.
Yeah.
And you see what he's doing for Ole Miss.
Second down and goal. Loss of 2 on that play. Peterson looking, throwing the slant, caught, touchdown. Boy, just over and over, it's just a little too easy. On man-to-man coverage, we just have nothing for him, and they take the lead back now with 1:58 to play here in the third.
Yep, here we are. We started the third quarter out, scoring on a touchdown on our first drive, get that lead up to 10. Usually we're able to keep our foot on the ground, but this Forney team, they're showing you that they're not going to be able to be denied as they score again to now hopefully take, after this extra point, a 4-point lead, take the lead back.
Wyatt Williams, the man who caught that touchdown. Williams' third of the season. Point after try is up, and it's good. So we got a lead for the Jackrabbits, 28-24. We'll take a break. We're coming right back here on Game Day.
When Laura vowed to love me, in sickness and in health, she wasn't thinking about cancer. But here we are. I'm just grateful my team of experts at Texas Oncology is close by, fighting for me, so I can still start my mornings right here. Hey, I need all of this treatment I can get. I'll see y'all tonight.
Welcome back Before the kick here, we'll talk about Highland Park Home Health. You all may know Joe Carroll Cox from the Lobo store, but a real job when she's not volunteering for the Lobos is serving as a patient care advocate, business development manager at Highland Park Home Health. If you or your loved ones find yourselves needing therapy or nursing in the home after a hospitalization or new diagnosis, please reach out to Joe Carroll and the great staff at Highland Park Home Health. Thank you, Joe Carroll, for all you do for the Lobos, and visit Highland Park Home Health if you need it.
Jackrabbits went 52 yards in 5 plays to take the lead for the first time here in the second half. 28-24 now. Lobos are going to go back on offense, kick down to about the 15-yard line. This time they're staying away from Graves. And how about returned out to the 35-yard line. Jacaden Davis, who's not really been a factor tonight, all of a sudden charged a little bit of potential enthusiasm in the Longview fans, and he comes up hobbling a little bit at the end of it.
Yeah, it looks like they did a little extracurricular. They rolled up on him at the end. Hopefully he's going to be all right. He's shaking it off. He's not getting checked off by the trainers.
So Lobos will actually start one of their better field positions of the night at about the 36-yard line.
This feels like a Mason Washington pound-it drive here.
To the right. You got Graves is in right now.
And Mason's not in the game.
Well, you know, at least you're not starting back in such minus territory where you have no chance.
Yep.
Playbook's really small down there. You started here, you can at least do some things. First down, and it looks like we're going to have Graves in the backfield.
One-on-one coverage up top.
And Hamilton's going to hand off. He stumbles, getting the exchange, and manages to squeeze out of there to about the 39-yard line, gain of a couple. And it's second down and 7.
This Forney team is playing a lot of man-to-man, as you see McCaden Frazier, the big talented running back, is checking into the game. Graves checks out. Jacaden Davis checks in. Hobbs is checking out.
Longview with a lot of moving parts tonight. 39-yard line. Second down and 7. They'll flip Herndon and Davis. Caden in motion, trying to throw a boy. That was almost a disaster. Instead, Herndon comes up with the ball somehow and manages to get a first down at the 47-yard line. I don't even know what that was.
I'll tell you what happened. The cornerback snuffed it out pre-snap, broke, beat, and then Jaden intercepted the ball from the guy trying to intercept it is what happened. As crazy as that sounds.
That is not how you drew it up, but we would definitely take it.
No, that is not how you draw it up, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and the Lobos were very lucky just now.
The slot corner broke on that before the ball was even snapped. Jaden saw it, went to stop it, and ended up with the football.
And I think part of that is the corner was going to blow up Jacaden. If he'd played the football, he had a pick 6. To the ground will go, and there's Frazier stumbling forward to the 44-yard line for a gain of 3, and we're down to 30 seconds left in the quarter.
And I'll tell you what that is, man. They see us running Jacaden on this zip fly motion all the time. And majority of the time, if he don't get it on the sweep right then, you know we're going to give it to him. And they read that play. And heads up play there by your quarterback and your receiver to be able to give it to somebody else other than the play, because that would have been pick 6 if he would have caught that.
All right, well, with clock's rolling. Looks like Lobos are in no hurry to snap it. We're going to let the third run out. We'll come back for the fourth. 28-24. Forney with the lead. Lobos trying to stay unbeaten in district, but you got work to do when we come back here on Game Day.
In Longview, we know what it means to chase greatness. We've tasted the glory of state championships, and we've pushed through the weight of adversity. For a town that's often overlooked, our pride runs deep. At Longview Eye Associates, we believe in seeing the end goal clearly, whether it's on the field, in the classroom, or in life. Because just like the Lobos, we never stop reaching for higher expectations. Longview Eye Associates, proud to care for our community, proud to support the Longview Lobos.
All right, well, we're back. A little bit nervous here. 28-24 the score. Lobos don't feel like there's panic going on down there, and there shouldn't be. Just feel like they've not quite been clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, man, it just seems like one of those things is the way that this game is going back and forth. It's whoever's gonna have the ball last. But if you're the Lobos, you want to continue to keep running your offense and defense. You just need to come up with the stop in the second half.
Hamilton handing off. It's Frazier that will come to about the 41-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Looked like he was able to get a gain of 2 running off the right side edge there. Wasn't able to break free and get a 1st down. It comes up short. 3rd and 4 here. We're in 4-down territory. Frazier staying into the game, so maybe some type of run is coming up here.
Yeah, it makes you wonder about Mason's health, if he's banged up a little bit, but we're getting a lot of Frazier on this drive. 3rd down, they can get the 1st down at the 37-yard line, so it's closer to 3 yards. They'll give it to him again. Big gaping hole right up the middle, and he's going to go inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line as he rumbles for 12.
I think Mason is fine, but when you got a big back coming like this at you late in the game, it's a lot of hands on the hips over there. I see on the defense. They're tired. Last thing they want to see is a big 6'2", 6'3" running back running at them with a physical presence.
It's amazing how the running back room at this particular high school just reloads year after year after year.
Cummings checking into the game. Hobbs coming with him. So they're going to go big guys in the backfield. Cummings will be the lead fullback in front of Frazier. 1st down, 28-yard line. Give it to him again. And he's trying to move to the 25-yard line. Pyle has still not had a whistle blow. Finally, we get it at about the 26. Gain of 2.
Yeah, this Rockwall team is not Rockwall. Sorry, this Forney team is stacking up players inside of the box here, playing a lot of one-on-one coverage up there up top, and they're trying to stop. Their goal is just to stop the run. And
this is not a big defense. They got a couple of 245-pounders. Everybody else is under 200 pounds on this defense.
Yep.
So the thought of being able to pound and lean on them a little bit and wear them down is kind of the MO here, but we're kind of running out of time. 26-yard line, 2nd down, about 8. Hamilton back in the gun now as Davis goes in motion. Looking, going to throw one deep for Hobbs. Back of the end zone, tried to get a one-hand catch at the back of the end zone and couldn't reel it in. And now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, he's beating the ground. It looks like he had a chance to come away with that catch. It may be Trey's first incompletion of the night. That was a tough grab there. I know Hobbs wishes he could have had that back. It was a good throw.
10 of 11 for 169. That was the first incomplete. So now you got 3rd down and 8. We're in definite 4-down territory. Davis will split out wide left. Herndon inside of him. Davis inside of him. Here comes Jacaden in motion. We'll give it to him. Cuts up the field. Fighting his way to near the 20, but he's got to get to the 17 for a first, and it's going to bring up 4th down in about 4.
Yeah, it looks like he got about to the 21, 22. It's a long 4th and 5 here. Looks like there's a Forney player that's down. He's going to give this Longview team a little bit more time to think about what they want to call or what they want to do here.
Keaton, what are you thinking? I'm leaning towards one of those kind of speed options with Trey out wide with the option to keep it or pitch it here.
4th and 5 here. The way Trey is playing as far as throwing the ball, I trust him in his arm. This is the big senior 4-year starter and linebacker that's checking out. So you got your senior leadership that's coming out the field. A guy who's seen a lot of football here at the varsity level. He's checking out the field here. I don't know if I would like a run here with needing 5.
That's Landry Hopkins that's helped off the field for Forney, and you're right, that is a big loss as they replace a 4-year starter at linebacker. All right, so the Lobos will come back out. Cummings in the backfield. And it looks like they're going to be in a pass-heavy formation to start with.
The tight end splits out wide, brings a quad look.
All right, 4th down. Got to get to the 17. Hamilton back. He's got some time to look. Toss, Herndon, had it, dropped it, incomplete. He started to look for where the marker was to get the 1st down and didn't secure the ball, and we turn it over on downs.
Man, you gotta look it in there. It looks like he had a chance to be able to make that defender miss. He's a kid that's really good with the after the catch there. Made a couple moves there, and man, ball just comes away.
Yeah, he had a step on the defender. He was going to get the 1st down there. It's just a very costly drop there for the young receiver.
Yeah, but it's a lot to ask of, man. We got to think about it. This kid is only a sophomore, and we're trying to put a lot on his plate. But man, it's a play to be made. Trey makes a heck of a throw there to him. He gets everybody else running deeps and drags him in across. Catches it, makes it makes a couple moves and just drops the ball there, but they call it incomplete.
All right, Lobo defense has to stop him here. 1st down, 23-yard line. Peterson rolling, throwing, ball knocked away, incomplete, almost. Bradley Williams got all that one.
Heads-up play there by Bradley for sure. He recognized it was a play-action pass. He goes and finds that guy. Goes and find the receiver who's been targeting.
And if you're Forney, this is your dream come true. You've got to lead late on the road with one of the best tailbacks in the country. You just want to hand it to your big man and try to salt this thing away.
Surprise. You didn't give it to him on the first play.
You bet they do on 2nd. And sure enough, they'll give it to him here. Say, get us a 1st down. He gets about 2 yards, and it brings up 3rd down and 8.
And that's one of the reasons that pass on 1st down was so ineffective, because essentially it narrows down what you're going to do on 2nd. Everybody in the building knows what's coming, and now you're stuck with a 3rd and long.
Yeah, you come up with 3rd and 8, you pretty much can cancel that run out now. As we checking in some speed to be able to get to the passer. I believe we have 1 sack tonight here. Love to see us get us some more pressure on this quarterback.
He's getting this out quick.
Yeah,
getting these throwing lanes.
And they typically do. And watch Jahel, number 1, top of the screen. Back to pass. Instead, they're going to go the other side to Jackson. Catches the ball. He's not going to be near the 1st down, though, as he got tripped up. Lobos do a very nice job defensively, stopping that thing from getting into space, and they're going to have to kick it.
Good job by the defense coming up with the 3 and out there. Only gave up, looks like about 6 yards there.
Their offense is on the field. I doubt they're going to snap this. They're going to try to draw you offside, so just do not make a mistake.
Oh, they got a lot of kahunas that they run.
Yeah, they're looking to see if the Lobos will budge. Play clock is down. Still, they got 12 seconds left to do something.
The jersey, your senior linebackers telling them, hey, don't jump. There's no chance of snapping this football.
And they call the timeout.
You want to talk about losing a game on the road as opposed to
you almost get too cute right there. You calling a timeout instead of taking a penalty. Go ahead and just punt the ball off. If you don't get it here, man, you give this Lobo team a lot of confidence.
Well, and you're not fooling anybody, number 1. Number 2, you burned a timeout you may need late in this game. And number 3, you as you said, kind of played cute here, and there's no reason to.
Yeah, you give away a timeout, or you call a timeout that you may need later on in this game here. That's gonna be a key point to me. You need to keep up with.
And a big score update from the district. 2 top 20 teams. North Forney scores twice in a couple minutes, and they're within 7 now.
That timeout made no sense, and now you're bringing on your punt team.
Well, of course, yeah,
we'll take it.
You had to punt now.
Yeah, that timeout makes no sense now. You know.
So Carter's back at this 38. Lobos would be fortunate here, get the ball around midfield. They still trail by 4. Snap is good. Kick's on the way. No contact. He gets a nice kick. Carter's going to catch it at the 33, and that's all she wrote. So it'll be the 34-yard line where the Lobos will start with 7:32 left.
It's a good job there by the defense again, coming up with the 3 and out. That was a pivotal drive for them. Come away with the stop, make them guys punt the ball off. When you down 4, you give your offense the ball back with 7:32 left to go in this game.
KD did it again on that catch. His hands are too far extended from his body on catching a ball that high.
Make you hold your breath, man, when that ball is pointing to us.
That whole scenario for Forney didn't play well. You threw on 1st down, you ran obvious on 2nd, you kept it away from Jahel on 3rd, and then burned a timeout. So Lobos get a chance here on first down to start over again. And how about Graves for some more, up to about the 38-yard line for 4 more.
Big boy Frazier there, big gain there by him, being able to run with his pad level low, with using his big size falling forward.
You don't want to speculate, but it's interesting that Mason's not on the field right now. He's had a huge night. They've been unable to tackle him. I hope it's not something.
He's fine in my opinion. I'm seeing him walking around. He's okay. He's over there cheering for his brothers.
Yeah, they just feel like the hot hand right now. Maybe Frazier.
Big body there.
Davis in motion. They're going to give it to him, looking to go someplace, and nothing happening. They've just done an outstanding job containing Jacaden today. That's a loss back to about the 35, maybe the 36-yard line, and it brings up third down, and you've got to get to the 44.
Yeah, you're going against a team that has a lot of speed just as well as you do. They're running sideline to sideline stuff. It's just kind of not working. It's not working so far in our favor, as it brings up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 7. Big time play here.
Yeah, we're starting to get to dicey ground. 6:20 and counting in this game. Lobos down 4. Third down and about 7. Back to pass. Hamilton. Pressure coming. Avoids one, and now flags are down. We got false start on the Lobos. We're going back 5 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 12. That defensive end came off that edge, and he, luckily for us, was able to bring up. We're able to get another chance, but we're going to lose 5 yards from that.
Once Trey made a miss, he had a little running room out there to the right, but all for naught.
3rd and 12 now. Well, Lobos came out to start the second half. They drove it down the field. Cummings scored from 3 yards away. It was 24-14. Things looked amazing. And from that point on, just have not been able to get traction offensively. Herndon in motion. Back to pass, Hamilton. Pressure coming. Going deep. Herndon's back there. Got it at the 28-yard line. He's down at the 26. First down, Lobos. Flag down back at the 24.
Oh, no.
Hopefully there was a hit afterwards, but I don't know what the DBs was thinking. They let him.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be roughing the passer. He nailed Trey.
Hit, yeah.
Watch the replay. You'll see it coming up shortly. I think he went high, too.
Yeah, one hit high, one hit low, but it hit him too late.
What a throw standing in there.
Yes, what a throw there by Trey. But, man, DB's eyes in the backfield the whole time. They was not aware of who number 3 is, the best receiver for the Lobos, running a post route right behind you. Be able to throw that, and he was able to make a tough catch there.
So with the penalty, it goes down to about the 14, 13-yard line. So it'll be at the 13, first down and 10. Lobos knocking on the door, coming straight ahead for a couple. Second down coming up.
Again, man, this team inside the red zone, they're going to sell out to stop the run. Going to line up man-to-man coverage here. So if you see that, you can throw it. You can try to get you some on the outside, get you a play-action pass, run some guys out to the different levels, and just try to get them out leverage.
Now your speed back's in, and I've called for it a couple times. That little option out wide. They're loading up inside right now.
Here you go. Definitely watch Graves here.
5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 28-24, Forney.
We in heavy personnel here. 2 backs, 2 tight ends.
Graves the deep back. Fake it to him. Roll for Hamilton. Got a man. Caught by Cummings inside the 10. Knocked out of bounds at the 4.
Oh, and if he doesn't bobble that, he scores, Keaton.
Oh, man. I was hoping he was going to hang on to it.
Excellent job getting it back to second go-round.
And he got positive yards. Almost a first down. Brings up 3rd and 1. So catches it, gets it upfield very quickly there. Almost gets the first down. But I agree with you. If Keelan catches that on the fly, he turns up and he scored his second touchdown tonight.
A big third down coming up. 3rd down and 1. Clock stopped at 4:50 left.
I feel like you don't mess around here. Number 15, just put your head down and lunge forward for the first here.
Instead, they'll go to Graves. Graves made a nice little move to avoid the first tackler, but I don't know if he's got the first.
It's close, but I think it's going to be 4th and inches.
and they don't care what it is. It is 4th down.
Yep.
Graves is going to check out. Graves is going to check out. McCaden Frazier is going to check in. You know what's coming here. They're going to blitz you and bring everything they can inside. Best thing you need to do is get the ball on the outside, get somebody out there in the flat, or just play action, or just run right at him with a little tush push or something.
He didn't get a very good spot. Looked like he was inside the 4-yard line, but I'll go back again and say we've got our smallest back getting that ball on 3rd and short yardage situation. Here we go on 4th down now. And the ball's loose. Somebody's got to fall on it. I think it's Cummings that does.
And on 4th down, you cannot advance a fumble. So if he was not at the line to gain, that's a turnover. Let's see what they say.
And it looks like they're not going to allow the Lobos. They say he's down shy of the first down. Forney's running off the field.
I don't know. He looks like
it was Cummings that had the ball. It popped out of there. And when Hamilton fell on it, 3-yard line, boy, he's got a really bad spot from where that official came walking up to it.
It's the fact that he catches it down. He's on the ground.
Yeah. Yep, there it is.
Yep, you can't advance it. Man.
So even though it was probably a first down, the one guy who could recover it was Cummings, and he couldn't get to the ball. And as a result, Forney, with 3:59 left to play, gets it first down back at the 4-yard line.
And we're going to call that a turnover again. So that's number 3 for tonight.
Oh, yeah, we fumbled that ball.
Yep.
Lobos got to have a stop and the ball back in a hurry. They want Osborne all day long, and they're going to get nothing, maybe a yard, 2nd and 9.
And here we go, timeout. Coach Berry runs down to get the first timeout of the night. 2 more left, 3:47 left to go here. You desperately need a stop here, as you have a potentially, the clock is going to stop at the 2-minute warning as well too.
Lobos have run for 241. They've thrown the ball for 219. So you're at 460 yards of offense, but the turnovers, and again, a roughing the punter, and now a muffed punt and 2 other fumbles. One on an exchange between Hamilton and Davis, this one on an exchange between Hamilton and Cummings, and you got no points on what were 4 basic huge plays that resulted in either us not getting the ball or allowing extended possession by the Jackrabbits.
It's tough to win ball games when you turn the ball over and you don't get any turnovers yourself. You putting yourself behind on the 8-ball way too many times in the game there, and you playing with fire. Right now, here you are, desperately needing to stop down 4 right now. Got the ball inside of the 5 here, so this Forney team cannot be too cute themselves here, because you desperately need to stop though.
3:51 left to play. Forney's gone for 336 yards. We've outgained him by about 130. 2nd down. No, what a big tackle. Jersey
to stop.
Really made the big stop at the 6-yard line. Gain it just a yard. We'll pull a timeout again and make it 3rd down and 8.
I'm going to have to cut my mic off. I'm a little too nervous right now. I'm edging the kids on like, hey, stop. We can't afford a penalty here.
We get a stop here, make them guys punt the ball back over to us. It's definitely win there for the Lobos. And also, if you get a stop right here, don't call a timeout. Let the clock run. Have a timeout in your back pocket after the 2-minute to do yourself some good. They're going to run the clock out. You're going to give yourself the ball with about 3 minutes.
And your eyes do not deceive you. The Lobos are trailing at home in a district game versus Forney. And if you think your eyes may be giving you trouble, contact Longview Eye Associates, located over on Gilmer Road.
All right, so we've got roughly we've got exactly 3:44. We've got 3rd down and 8. This is the biggest play of the game defensively for the Lobos. If this goes well, we'll be talking about big plays offensively in just a couple minutes. But right now, they have to have a stop on 3rd and 8.
And if you're Forney here, you have to look at this as a, hey, we've got a chance to literally win this football game here. So the playbook is wide open right now, Keith.
Well, I can tell you right now, the coach is not Dan Campbell. So hopefully, you know, the luck is on our side here, as they did us a favor by not running the ball with Osborne there.
Peterson calls for the ball. He's going to hand it to Osborne. Lobos got to stop him, and they do. It's going to be 4th down at the 10-yard line. They got a 4th and 5 upcoming, and they're going to have to kick it.
And Coach calls his last time out right now.
Whew. All right, deep breaths. I'm just as nervous as you are, Keaton.
Yeah. Hopefully we can
get. And the defense did everything right. You got exactly what you needed. You used the timeouts. You didn't give up the 1st down.
And he got more yards than we thought. It's 4th and a long 2 here. Can you imagine?
No.
He don't even need to finish the sentence, he said.
And if you run this right here and you don't get it,
you
are essentially saying you cost your team the ball game, because we definitely gonna go down there and score.
Okay, so you made mention of he's not Campbell, but we can play devil's advocate with this all night long. Can Forney's defense stop us?
Yeah.
Because if the answer is doesn't look like it, I don't know that I don't even take that risk right here where I control a ball and I've got Osborne, and if I can get 3 yards, then I win this game right now.
I'll tell you what, before 4th and less than 5, I'm coming out here right now, and I'm not going to run a play, but I'm going to try to get you to jump off sides to get a 1st down. And if you jump off sides, and they're actually elected just to go ahead and punt it.
Right.
So that what we was going to say doesn't matter anyway. It looks like we're going to actually get the ball back.
Let's see if we can do it cleanly. Carter's at the 50. Punter in his end zone. 4th down.
Oh, that's a false start. They're going back.
And they're going to back him up a few yards. Carter's going to get to walk up 5 yards and try to catch us at the 45.
That is a very, very important penalty. It allows us to be a little bit more aggressive now coming after this next one.
Well, I don't want to be aggressive.
I would love.
I meant in terms of jump off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't want to be aggressive.
I don't either. I am in safe formation. I'm keeping everybody in front of me.
Yep.
Man,
I just want to secure this ball and get it back to my offense.
And KD Carter has a chance to do something really awesome right here.
I don't even want to
do it. I prefer catching it.
I'm with you.
I want the same type of punt that he just gave us.
I'm with you, but how many times have we seen KD Carter catch it this year?
But also think about it. This punter has also given us a 20-yard punt tonight too.
All right, so he's back to the back part of the end zone now. Snaps on the money. We are safe. Line drive punt. Bounces 2-3 times. Carter's going to go get it at the 50, and we'll get to the 48-yard line. That was actually a really good scenario for Forney. A kick in the air would have been a problem. They line drived a bad kick and got lucky with how it worked. And the Lobos have 48 yards to go to the end zone and 3:21 to do it.
Plenty of time.
A lot of chirping is going back and forth as the Lobos had to go in there and get their brother.
The scoreboard says we have a timeout, but I don't think that that's accurate, correct? We used them on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd last series, correct?
All 3 timeouts, but look at Forney. They don't have no more timeouts.
Yeah, I can't imagine a scenario where they would have used one there, though. You know what I mean?
I'm definitely confused as to what's going on. Nobody was hurt. So, yeah, I'm confused at what's going on. KD's hurt a little bit, too.
All right, it's time to go win a football game, Chuck.
Chuck.
I'm saying take over, Chuck. Me and Keaton are just rambling now.
All right, 3:21, 1st down. Lobos down 28-24. If you haven't shared this game, do it right now. If you're watching us on social media, 1st down, Hamilton. Not much. 2 yards, lowered his shoulder. Got to the 46, 2nd down and 8.
And give credit to this Forney team. They have done a great job the second half, being able to stop our running game, our running attack. Normally this is the time where we just wear down on you. We physically impose our will. They've been able to negate a lot of big runs tonight. They just started out, Mason had 100 yards in the 1st quarter. They've done a good job pretty much midway through the 3rd quarter and the rest of the way so far.
Landry Hopkins back in, by the way, for Forney, number 4, their inside linebacker. 2nd and 8, Hamilton back, got some time, pressure coming, and he's going to be dropped back at the 48-yard line. That's Chris Rydor, the sophomore defensive end, who got around the right side of the Lobo offensive line and just went untouched to Hamilton.
Yeah, nobody touched him as he went all the way outside to the wide. And he was able to come away free as a right tackle, just whiffed on him. Trey was looking for a route coming up downfield and was not able to find it.
3rd down, back to 10. You got to have 10 yards. Clock running, coming up on the 2-minute warning. We'll snap it beforehand. Hamilton back. Fastball down to the 41-yard line, Herndon, but he's 3 yards shy of the 1st down. They'll have time to think about it with the 2-minute break.
They got to the 40. It'll be 4th and 2 here. Oof.
And here comes your 2-minute warning now.
Yep.
Here comes the 2-minute warning, no doubt. We're definitely going forward as the timeouts, I'm sure, is not adjusted right on the board. Let me just say that we don't have one. Here we go. We got us a good 60 seconds to kind of figure out what we're going to do here, what type of play we got. This is you can't leave the best play out. You can definitely need to call it.
Well, the last time we had 4th and short, they went underneath to Herndon. And they didn't convert on it because Jaden didn't hold on to the football. That's a play they were comfortable with and liked, and it was open. But this is a little different. Everybody's going to be stacking at that 2-3 yard thing. You may have a crack to go down the field deep with this. You may get one guy deep, and if you think we're running out of gas, this may be our chance. You may get one shot to throw one up deep and see if you can't get a catch or a PI and make this thing flip the field a little further down.
Well, this is why you do all those things in the summertime, in the off season, crunch time moments like this. This is where you see mano a mano.
Where do you sit on a tray? Kind of a boot here with an option to run or throw.
I would give him
left.
If he's running that way, if he has it, go take it.
All right, well, here we go. Timeout Forney before we ever get going. They saw what they wanted to see. They take another timeout. And again, we said earlier the 3rd down and whatever was going to be the biggest play defensively. Well, now we're walking onto the biggest play offensively of this game for Longview. 4th down and a couple coming up. We have not seen Mason in the game in this 4th quarter at all. So Forney burns their timeouts. They have one left.
One timeout left there. None for the Lobos. I guarantee you they wanted to see how we was going to line up, see what type of threat that we pose, and they can call the timeout to be able to combat that.
Lobos in this half. 7-play, 79-yard touchdown drive to open the quarter. 3 plays, 3 and out. 9 plays, 42 yards, turnover on downs. 7 plays, 62 yards, turnover on downs. We have moved the ball up and down the field except for one drive, but have had multiple turnover on downs that have killed this second half. Now it's 4th and 2 at the 40.
Got one-on-one up top.
Davis in motion, and we're going to have a collision, and it's not going to happen. Davis and Frazier collide in the backfield, and the Lobos give the ball up on downs for a 3rd time in this 4th quarter.
And no timeouts left. That looks like that's definitely going to be the ball game. As you got the ball, can't stop it no time soon. Man, heads up, man. A tough 4th down play that definitely did not go our way. Tough possession there not to be able to come away with anything.
And watching it on the replay, it was all the timing.
Yep.
Davis and Frazier rather, just collided. There was no contact with anybody. I don't know if Jacaden left late on his motion, which is probably what happened. But when that ball got snapped, he had not cleared the center yet.
And I know we're hindsight, but you mentioned it before that 4th down play about, taking a pass at it. I would have loved to have seen that as well too. Just especially knowing that they was kind of giving us one-on-one soft coverage on the outside. Just go out there, run a hitch, and just get your 1st down to be able to keep the drive alive is what you would have loved to kind of see.
So Forney's got 1 minute and 53 seconds. They'll hand off to Osborne. Lobos' chance now is going to be rip that football out. There'll be a loss of a yard here, 2nd down and 11. But there's nothing Longview can do at the moment.
I'll tell you what, if you don't give up a 1st down, looks like you may get the ball with less than 20 seconds left to go in this game. If my math is mathing right, you come away with a stop here. They're going to run another play here. No, man, that's it. Now that I'm thinking about it, if they get a stop right here, They don't have to run another play here to inside 30 seconds. Yeah, that's pretty much that's it here.
We're going to be in trouble. They got to get the ball out.
We're in trouble.
They hadn't set the play clock. Now they've hit the reset on the play clock. So, yeah.
That definitely hurts even more.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but they reset it. So now we're down to 15 on the play clock and just 55 seconds left on the game clock.
Yep, and they're going to take a knee and get up out of here.
One more snap, and that'll do it. And there it is. Peterson going to take a knee. Lobos can't stop the clock anymore, and they'll run this thing down. I guess there's actually a couple-second differential, about 3 seconds. They're going to have to do it one more time.
Yeah, one more play here, one more knee. That is going to be the ball game. This Forney team came into a tough environment to give the Lobos a district loss, first district loss. Man, I don't know how long.
It's been a while, and at home on top of it.
Yes, sir.
And so the Lobos, who were flying high after a win at Rockwall, were their own worst enemy tonight. 3 turnovers, a roughing the punter in the end zone, and 3 turnover on downs in the second half. And Forney comes into here down 24-14, scores the last two touchdowns of the second half of this game, and walks out of Longview with a 28-24 win, and we're all just shocked.
That bus is going to be rocking going back to Forney. These guys got a reason to celebrate, come away with a big time district win against the Lobos. It doesn't put district out of reach.
Oh no!
It's still got a lot of ball left. North Forney, last time we looked was in a dog fight with Heath as well. I'm not sure. Yes, they've already have a district loss.
Yeah, they have one.
Yeah, they have a district loss to Heath. To North Forney. We get a chance to still play North Forney here. Let's see what type of damage what's going on with their score that they're playing in right now. This district is a long way from
getting over. And what you're going to have here is the winner of North Forney and Rockwall Heath is going to be the last unbeaten team in district. Mm-hmm. And honestly, you probably want to root for Heath to win that game.
Yes.
That gives them 2-0. North Forney 2-1. Lobos be 1-1. Forney would be 2-1. And this is going to still be a 5-team dogfight to the end. And the Lobos, while this is a disappointing loss, can beat Rockwall Heath, beat North Forney, and you take back control of this thing.
Yes. Last time I checked, looking at if the score is correct on the Dave Campbell's Texas football app, Rockwall Heath is up by 14 in the fourth quarter.
Okay, so
of that game.
That chance still sits there.
The chance still sits there. You need a lot still to go your way. It's a tough loss. It's a tough loss that you beat yourselves, in my opinion. But shout out to the Forney team.
Yeah,
they was down by 10 and never looked away. Well, they continued to fight.
And you said early in this, I think it was even before we came up here and started talking on the air, Javian Osborne in particular, Landry Hopkins secondarily, had never beaten Longview. They've 3 years in a row they've lost. Twice they got blown out.
Yes.
One time it was a close game. But they were circling this.
Yes,
and this mattered to them.
And the way Osborne ran tonight, he reminded me a lot of what Kyron Lacey did the second time that we played them in the playoffs. When we played them in Forney, he was a man. He was running like a man possessed. He was tired of losing to Longview, and he just wasn't going to be denied. Osborne played like that tonight. Looked great, well over 100+ yards. He is every bit of what we thought we was. He showed it tonight as well. He's showing us why the Fighting Irish is getting a heck of a running back. 24
carries, 162, and 2 touchdowns. On the other side, Mason, who disappeared in the fourth quarter, 13 carries, 148 and 1 touchdown. McCaden had 9 for 40. Trey had 12 carries, 31. Keelan, 4 carries for 14 yards. Throwing the football, Trey was 13 of 15 for 227 and 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Peterson, 11 of 18, 175, and 2 touchdowns. And we're just going to go back over and over and say it's a turnovers.
It was a turnovers.
You can't be -3 or whatever we were to a team that's good and expect you're going to win a game. You can't have those mistakes. And tonight, the Lobos busheled all of them into a game that was very winnable and let it slip away.
Yep. Unfortunately, there on peak, you lose the district game, you lose a home game. You have 3 turnovers. You lose that battle 3-0. It's tough to win any type of ball game. I don't care if you playing anybody on the street, off the sidewalk. you playing pee-wee. It doesn't matter what level of play you play. When the team gets more turnovers than you, their chances of winning increase.
And you want to do this as well? 4th down attempts.
0 for 2.
Forney 3 for 3. Longview 0 for 3.
Yep.
So stack that on top of the other things that we're looking at statistically. There's these little things that pop off the screen. You go, how this is how this happened. Longview picked up tonight 467 yards of total offense. 240 on the ground, 227 through the air, 20 first downs. Forney 168 on the ground, 175 through the air, 16 first downs. They were just 1 of 9 on 3rd downs, but 3 of 3 on 4th down, and that was the killer.
Big time killer there. Hopefully these Lobos, they'll be able to get back to the drawing board. No school Monday and Tuesday, so they'll be able to get to it early and often on those days of practice. You got a Tyler Legacy team. You got a chance to go have a feel-good game and get yourself back on the winning side of things. Get yourself something to feel good about. Then you got Rockwall Heath come into your place so you can right your wrongs there again.
Recap the scoring here. Forney scored first in the first quarter. Osborne from 3 yards out, make it 7-0. Mason with a 77-yard run to tie it. First quarter ended with Amari Jahal with a 35-yard touchdown reception to make it 14-7. Lobos got a field goal with 6:32 in the second quarter from Philippe Alaya to make it 14-10. Herndon with a 36-yard reception with 28 seconds left in the first half to make it 17-14. Cummings from 3 yards out to start the third quarter. Lobos up 24-14. That's the last score we would see. It came with 9:26 left in the third. Forney with an Osborne 5-yard run to make it 24-21, and the game winner came from Wyatt Williams, a touchdown catch from 12 yards away with 1:58 to play in the third. Nobody scored in the fourth, and the final ends up being 28-24.
The game was going back and forth for a good while. You thought that the way the third quarter started, whoever come up with the stop was going to be able to win the game. It turns out both teams was able to stop each other, and there was no more score after Forney scored that touchdown on a slant pass.
Jackrabbits improved to 5-2 on the year. Lobos fall to 3-3, and it gets serious. 4 games left in district. Tyler next week will be there. 7:30 start time. Hopefully we'll get ourselves on the right direction of a district victory. For Keaton Daniels, Frank Sides, I'm Chuck Zack. You've been listening to and watching presentation of Longview Lobo football here on Longview.